right field. Nava moves over and under. Puts it away, and the Red Sox have secured their spot in the postseason. This magical season of 2013 will continue for the Boston Red Sox. A great deal of fun here last night at Fenway Park, and it's been a great year for the Boston Red Sox. Here's the scenario tonight. They have a 9-game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. A victory tonight by Boston, and the Red Sox will win the American League East. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, tonight, the Red Sox have a chance to clinch the AL East. Really remarkable when you think about where the Red Sox were a year ago at this time. The fact that they had 93 losses, well, now they have 93 wins. The team averages up 15 points from last season, and they are scoring close to 1 run a game more than they did in 2012. The Sox pitching has been equally as impressive this season. They've lowered their team ERA by a run, and opponents are hitting 16 points lower than last season. This is the first time in team history the Sox have made the playoffs immediately following a last-place finish. We welcome in Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, and tonight it is Jon Lester on the hill, and he's been pitching very well lately.
Well, a big night for the Red Sox, obviously, but a big night for Jon Lester. He gets a chance to clinch this thing. And not only that, his 100th win tonight. But this guy has been doing the job, since the second half of the season. He's been lights out, and he's earned his way to the top of the rotation. Everything's going for him. You know, he's just not the guy with the cutter. He's the guy with the 4-pitch arsenal, and he's been getting it done. And hopefully this start leads to his next one, which could be the first game of the playoffs.
Well, it should be a lot of fun here tonight at Fenway Park, as it has been all season long. But how about last night? John Lackey goes the distance for the Red Sox. He's part of a very important trio as we look ahead to the postseason. We're back to discuss right after this. A 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, the Red Sox with the chance to clinch the AL East tonight and starting to look ahead to what the postseason might look like. The Red Sox have a trio of very good pitchers. The question is, where will they line up in the postseason? Well, we know this. Jon Lester has pitched well since the All-Star break. In 11 starts, he is 6-2 with a 2.38 earned run average and has thrown 6+ innings in 10 of his 11 starts. Lackey has enjoyed success at Fenway this season, going 6-3 in 13 starts. And Buchholz is unbeaten this season at 11-0 with a 1.51 earned run average, and in 2 starts since returning from the DL, he is 2-0. Welcome back, Dennis Eckersley and Eck. This trio appears to be ready for the postseason.
They really are, and you can't go wrong with either one of these 3 pitchers. You saw the way Lackey pitched last night. He almost put himself into this mix. You know, the question mark is Buchholz. You know, he has a couple starts left. How's he going to be? And that will tell you who's going to be 1, 2, 3. At this point, you'd have to say Lester is the #1 guy. But, you know, things can change. But, going into this, I think you can match up this 1-2-3 with anybody in these playoff series. I mean, I know Detroit has a big 1-4, but to me, I'd match up the Red Sox right there with Detroit.
We know this. Tonight, Jon Lester's on the hill for the Red Sox, having a very good season for Boston. As Jon Lester gets ready tonight, he's 14-8 with a 3.75 earned run average. We're back with first pitch for Fenway right after this. The Reebok Spartan Race, run at Fenway Park, November the 16th. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's of Boston, Kia of New England, and by Southwest Airlines. Well, welcome back to Fenway Park as the Red Sox take the field tonight at Fenway as the Red Sox and Toronto Blue Jays begin this 3-game series. Well, the Red Sox take the field. Let's check out the visiting Toronto Blue Jays starting 9. As Jose Reyes leads it off at shortstop. Rajay Davis in left field bats second. Brett Laurie at third base bats third. Kobe Rasmus in center field in the cleanup spot with Moises Sierra the designated hitter. It is Mark DeRosa at first base batting sixth with Anthony Gose in right field. J.P. Arancibia does the catching, bats eighth, and Ryan Goins is at second base. He bats ninth. Take a look at the season numbers for Jon Lester. Makes his 32nd start of the year, 14-8 with a 3.75 earned run average, 201 and a third innings, 165 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 251 against Lester. Last time out, a win against the New York Yankees. He went 8 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 run, walked 2 and struck out 5. Now the Red Sox defensively brought to you on Nesson by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Will Middlebrooks, Stephen Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Mike Napoli. Left to right across the outfield, it's Mike Carp, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Daniel Nava. As Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching tonight for Jon Lester. Red Sox 6th in fielding percentage heading into tonight's game. Now the umpiring crew, Larry Van Over has the play calling the balls and strikes. He's the crew chief with Manny Gonzalez at first base, Eric Cooper at second base, and Tony Randazzo is the umpire at third. Tonight's game is available in Spanish by pushing the SAP button on your television remote. The SAP function is brought to you by Captain Morgan. Enjoy the game. Well, Jose Reyes about to lead it off here for Toronto. As Reyes It's 297 heading into tonight's action. Of course, had a drastic ankle injury earlier this season that kept him out for a long time, but has been healthy in the second half of the year for the Blue Jays. But I think this has been a large disappointment, to say the least. It's an understatement when it comes to these Blue Jays.
You go on and on and on, some of the problems that they had, but this guy could hit right here at the top of the lineup.
He jolts it out to center, but Jackie Bradley Jr. is there to make the catch. So Reyes retired on one pitch.
The story to me is Jon Lester tonight. I know the Red Sox are trying to clinch, obviously, but this guy is going after his 100th win. It is a big deal for a pitcher. I mean, you may never get to 200. I mean, I think Jon will, but that's a big round number. It really is, and believe me, he knows it.
Coming in at 99 and 56 in his 219th start of his major league career. And he is dealing with Rajai Davis, the speedster. He'd like to keep off the base paths. He had 261, 6 homers, 23 runs batted in. He'll take a pitch away.
This Davis, he bothers the Red Sox. Not only
pest.
He totally is a pest. He's taken Lester deep before once. He's not really a home run hitter, but boy, can he run.
Grabs the outside corner. Davis didn't think so. Appeared to be off the plate, but Lester getting credit for it.
Oh, that's nicely done if you're going to get that all night.
Well, John Gibbons under a lot of pressure as he comes into this series, and the way this season went all year long. In his second stint as the manager of these Toronto Blue Jays, and so much was expected of this Blue Jays team coming in, almost unfair in some ways.
I wanted to pick them, but I thought I picked them for the wild card just because you couldn't help but pick them. They changed everything. They brought in 3 guys in the rotation. They brought in almost like we did. Almost half a team showed up, turned their team all the way around. Didn't end up happening for them, though.
Well, Rajai Davis strikes out on the high fastball. 2 down in the inning as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, the Red Sox clinched playoff berth last night, the first time since 2009, but there was no celebrating in the clubhouse. No champagne was popped. As Dustin Pedroia said, it was a big step in accomplishing the goal that they set, and that goal is to win the division and then go on and win the World Series. And as John Lackey, who pitched a wonderful game last night, said, hopefully here in a night or two, we can get the party really going.
It should be a lot of fun if the Red Sox are able to win here tonight, and certainly they will party indeed if they do. As certainly that is the goal, no question about this team, and just one of the small steps on the way to the eventual goal.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody in spring training, your goal is to win the division, especially now. I mean, because a wild card doesn't mean anything. Before, you would get rewarded just like everybody else, but not now. You got that 1-game playoff. But last night we had to be quiet because of the no-hitter, right? When it came around 6th, 7th inning. But we don't have to be quiet about clinching. I don't get it. It's like you don't want to jinx that, but you can jinx this.
Well, it's this whole jinxing thing you got to get
that.
used to. You got to get used to the whole jinxing thing, whether you're jinxing it, which you're not jinxing anything from anything you say here because they can't hear you.
Well, listen, I threw a no-no. I was in the dugout. Nobody came near me. I didn't care if they came near me or not. I knew I had a no-no.
Did you know what the announcers were saying about you?
No, not necessarily.
Of course not.
Of course not.
This is to left, and it's caught by Carp. Makes the catch about knee high. Jon Lester is a 1-2-3 first. was getting ready here defensively in center field. Looks like he's going to be leaving this game. He got hit in the face with a ball. And the ball coming from right field. Imagine from their bullpen area where they were warming up. It appeared he was headed out. And he gets smoked by this ball coming from right field.
What is that?
Obviously not ready at all for it. And trainer was out there to check on him, and it was swelling up quickly. So he leaves this game.
You know, you're in the bullpen. They throw those. The bullpen guys throw those balls in, and you saw that it was on a line. It wasn't tossed high in the air. They must have thought he was looking, obviously.
Or throwing it to the left fielder, perhaps, in that direction.
Wasn't even close, though. I think they got their man. They were throwing it at him, and it hit him, and he wasn't looking. Talk about a freak accident.
So the Blue Jays are going to have to reshuffle their outfield. As we wait, we will check out the Red Sox starting nine. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Here's tonight's Red Sox starting lineup. It's Dustin Pedroia at second base with Daniel Nava in right field batting second. David Ortiz, the DH, with Mike Napoli at first base in the cleanup spot. Mike Carp in left field. Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching. Will Middlebrooks at third base bats seventh with Stephen Drew, the shortstop eighth, and Jackie Bradley Jr. at center field batting ninth. Saltalamacchia hitting at .350 in his last 6 games. Well, on the mound tonight for the Blue Jays, Ismael Rogers, as his numbers are brought to you by Nissan, as Rogers makes his 43rd appearance overall, 19th start of the year. He comes in at 5-7, at 2-0 in his last 5 starts. A 4.47 earned run average, 92 strikeouts along the way, and opponents hitting at .273 against Rogers.
The last time we saw Rogers was up in Toronto, and he had been taken out of the rotation a couple days before, but then somebody got hurt, and out of necessity he went into the rotation, threw a nice game against the Red Sox that night, and thrown pretty good since.
Dustin Pedroia stands in on the right side here for the Red Sox to get it started in the bottom of the first inning. And Pedroia hitting just under 300 at 299. As he takes a look at strike one.
Boy, he's done a nice job since he's taken over the leadoff spot. Hasn't skipped a beat.
That's in there for strike two, and it's quickly 0-2.
Rogers throws the ball pretty good. He's got a good fastball. Fastball, slider, occasional curveballs. Very seldom throws a changeup.
In the air to left field for Pedroia, and it'll be off the wall. Pilar plays the carom, and into second base goes Pedroia with a double to get the bottom of the first inning started.
Throws him 2 fastballs on the outside corner, tries to slip some cheese by him. Not Pedroia. He just rakes this ball. I thought I had a chance to get out of here. Maybe a little top spin. Goes about halfway off the wall. Easy double for Pedroia. He can lead off. He can hit anywhere.
So a double for Dustin, who stands at second base, and Daniel Nava coming up here for the Sox. Nava hitting at .298, 11 home runs and 63 runs batted in. In at third base is Brett Lawrie. And there is ball one. Mentioned that Kevin Pilar made the play off the wall in left field as part of a new defensive alignment here for the Jays, as Pilar comes into the game in left field. As leaving was Kobe Rasmus. Anthony Gose is now in center field, and moving from left to right is Rajay Davis. The new alignment for the Jays, and this is headed out to right center field, but it'll be Gose who moves over to make the catch in front of the track. Pedroia tags, heads for third, and he'll get there without a problem. Let's take a look at the entire Blue Jays defense. It's brought to you by Jaguar. Third to first, Brett Lawrie, Jose Reyes, Evan Goins, and Mark DeRosa. Left to right across the outfield, it is Kevin Pillar, Anthony Gose, and Rajai Davis. And doing the catching, J.P. Arancibia for Ishmael Rogers. One down, Pedroia at third base, and David Ortiz coming up here for the Sox.
Boy, Nava just missed that ball. Productive out, though. He got Pedroia to third, but I thought he had a shot. That ball, beautiful swing by Nava.
Ortiz at 307 to start the night. 28 home runs, 96 runs batted in. And he will take ball one. And David 0 for 3 in the game last night. He did walk. Relatively quiet series against Baltimore. He went 2 for 13 in the series against the O's. Some frustrating at bats for David. That'll bounce in, blocked by Arancibia.
One of those 2 hits was a 2-run homer off of Chen, which was a big hit.
Gave the Red Sox a 2-0 advantage at the time. David sitting on 28 home runs on the year. Breaking ball gets away from Arancibia. Here comes Pedroia, and he will score the game's first run. Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
What a gift by Toronto. Arancibia can't block this curveball. He knows the curveball's coming, and he backhands this ball. Watch. I mean, that's awful. I mean, you know, curveball might risk going into the dirt. You expect it might go into the dirt. He backhands it. No chance. Gift run.
And Ortiz takes the strike. It's 3-1.
It's probably a wild pitch because it hit the ground, but guy on third, you got to block that.
It is indeed a wild pitch. You're right. Arancibia looked like he tried to backhand it instead, and turns into a run. 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and David heads down to first base. So 1 down, Ortiz at first. Blue Jays have had a tough year defensively. Only the Astros and White Sox have committed more errors in the American League than the Blue Jays.
They just don't have a set lineup. I mean, I know they're missing their big boppers right now. Encarnacion, he played first base a lot. And obviously Baptista's been out quite some time, but they've never been good defensively.
1 out, Ortiz at first. Mike Napoli the batter. And that's in there for strike 1. Yeah, they look much different without Edwin Encarnacion and Jose Bautista in the middle of their lineup. As formidable a 3-4 combination as there is.
Absolutely. You know, Reyes makes them a better defensive team, obviously. Brett Laurie really hasn't come into his own yet at third base. He can play decent, defensively, and they've had a different second baseman every year, it seems like.
Bonifacio was there for a while before he was traded away. He was part of the equation.
He had Kelly Johnson, last year?
Yes. Ryan Goins is now the second baseman for the Jays here, the tail end of the year. Trying to hold up, but it's called a strike, and it's now 1-2. So he was asked if it was just in the pitch, but ump umpire Larry Van Over said both.
He said both.
Both. It was a strike and you swung. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Trying to hold up, and does, and a pitch just away from Napoli.
It's a good take right there. I can't believe he didn't swing at that. Good pitch.
Napoli 1 for 11 in the series against the Orioles with a home run.
That is a great take.
Outside for ball 3, full count. Last 22 games for Napoli, hitting at .338. Ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks allowed by Rogers here in the first inning. Here comes Pete Walker, the pitching coach for the Jays.
And this is what makes the Red Sox tough. I mean, when they spit on balls like that, you got to come to them. You got to throw strikes. This is not the Chicago White Sox. It's the Red Sox. Here I go again.
Back to the White Sox.
I can't help it. It was just waiting for me.
Now visit the official online shop of the Red Sox at redsox.com for the largest selection of authentic postseason caps, t-shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, and more. Get your gear straight from the source. redsox.com/shop. So 2 on, 1 away. Run in here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. And Mike Carp coming up. 302, 9 homers and 39 runs batted in. Third start of the season for Rogers against Boston. Despite not getting a decision, has allowed just 1 run in his 2 starts in 12 innings against Boston. But having a shaky first inning. Included a wild pitch that scored a run, a couple of walks, and still has just 1 out here in the first. Line down the left field line. It is going to be a foul ball as it bangs around in the corner.
Boy, that would have been a beautiful thing down the line. Couldn't have been fouled by much. There's not much foul territory down the line. That thing would have bounced around for a while. You don't know if Napoli would have scored on it. Hit the wall. Foul easy. Sidewall.
No 2 is taken high, and it's 1-2. Another start for Carp, back-to-back here for the Red Sox. Gets started in left field again, and it's been good in this category, hitting at .346. Runners in scoring position. He's got Ortiz at second, Napoli at first, and 1 out. Check swing on a ball in the dirt, and it evens at 2-2.
Nobody's offering at that breaking ball. That's why he's in trouble. Rogers. I can't remember the last time a starting pitcher went out there against the Red Sox and had a 5-6 pitch first inning. Never. Always a 20 spot.
I think of the outing Tillman had the other night. He did calm down and get into the 7th inning, but the first 2 innings he threw 53 pitches. This is line to short. Reyes going to try to turn it into 2, but they can't. As Goins cut over from second base, but Ortiz gets back as Carp lines out to Reyes for the 2nd out of the inning.
Carp hit 2 line drives last night, couldn't get a break, and tonight first time up, another line drive, and you saw Ortiz slowly getting back. I guess he knew he wasn't going to get doubled up. The play was right in front of him. But Carp a little tough luck the last couple of nights.
There's Shane Victorino, who was in the original starting lineup today, but after taking some swings down in the cage, realized the thumb was still bothering him, so out of the lineup he comes again tonight, still listed as day-to-day. And as a result, Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field, trying to get a protective pad that he can wear that will help him on that jammed thumb area so he can bat without having the pain each time when he swings. And they continue to work on that situation. This is center field for Saltalamacchia. Here comes David Ortiz. He'll be waved around. The throw from Ghost is going to be in time. And out at the plate is David Ortiz. It ends the inning. Well, the Red Sox get the first run of the game thanks to Dustin Pedroia scoring on a wild pitch. programming alerts. It's all available on your computer and mobile device. Follow us on twitter.com/Nesson. Well, the Red Sox get a run in the bottom of the first inning. As the Jays come to bat in the second, the Red Sox could have gotten to Rogers more as he walked a couple, but thrown out at the plate was David Ortiz to end the last inning.
It could have been a huge inning.
And Kevin Pillar comes in after the injury to Kobe Rasmus, who was hit from a ball thrown from the bullpen area as they were trying to warm up in the outfield right before the Jays took the field in the bottom of the first inning, and was unable to stay in the game, so they reshuffle the outfield, and now Kevin Pillar is in the lineup, and he will take the strike from Lester.
He made his debut against the Red Sox, I think, in Toronto. Didn't look very well. Remember, he punched out a lot, looked bad. It's only hitting him $176.
This is laced foul into the seats.
It's funny, it's just a loud foul. You 2-1 cutter. There's nowhere, you can't keep this ball fair. So it looks like he's right on you, but meanwhile it's a baseball field over.
That's a piece of that as it's biting in on him again, and it's 2-2.
Lester's been throwing everything he's got. You know, he's been throwing his changeup when he wants to. A little curveball here and there. It's not just been fastball cutter. That's why he's been on time.
This one fouled back. I was just going to ask you that. What's different now? And I guess you just explained it pretty much from what we saw earlier from Lester. He's going through that bad stretch.
Oh, yeah. His confidence is sky high for good reason. You know, we talked about that Detroit game being one of his best. Well, guess what? The Yankee game was right there with it. And he's on a roll, and he's using all of his pitches, throwing strikes. Command. It's like Lackey last night.
There's a pop-up sending Pedroia back astride on the outfield grass for the first out of the second inning as we check back in with Jenny.
Well, Don, Jon Lester is looking for his 100th career victory here tonight. He would be only the 11th pitcher to do it in Red Sox history and the third left-hander to do so. A little fun fact for you as well, Don. The Phillies' Cole Hamel is also going for his 100th victory here tonight as he's pitching for Philadelphia.
All right, interesting. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Lester at 99 and 56 in his career. And this one fouled back by Aziz Sierra. And Sierra the DH tonight for the Jays.
Funny, kind of same career path for both of those pitchers.
Very similar.
Those quality left-handed pitchers. Hamels hit the jackpot with his recent contract last year. He's making big iron over there. Everybody makes big iron over there in that rotation. Remember, but it sort of fell apart.
Didn't really work out for the Phillies the way they anticipated. 19 games back in the National League East as swing and a miss here for Sierra. And the Phillies falling out of the mix pretty early this season. Very unusual. Certainly had higher hopes, but a group that has kind of gotten a little bit older over the last couple of years.
Yeah, they got a lot of decisions to figure out. Papelbon's not real thrilled being over there right now. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to get rid of him. I mean, you know, what good is a closer if you haven't got anything going on? They re-signed Utley, right? And he's, but there's a lot of ways, a lot of decisions they have to make, and they've always had a big high payroll.
2-2 pitch in the dirt. Roy Halladay obviously was not the same guy.
No, I don't know what his contract status is, if he's up or not. But, you know, they got Cliff Lee with all that big iron he's making, too.
Do you think of all the years that Roy Halladay was pitching for the Blue Jays, whether or not all those games that he tried to go the length maybe cost him at this point of his career?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, he was throwing 250 innings and 140 pitches. They didn't care. They just threw him till he told them he was done.
And a one-out walk here for Sierra. One down, one on, and Mark DeRosa, the veteran, coming up to bat here. First baseman tonight for the Blue Jays, hitting at .228 with 7 home runs and 32 runs batted in. But that said, Roy Halladay was good. He was very good. And a guy who certainly was a workhorse, did not want you to take the baseball away from him. And in today's day and age, that is very different. This is lined into center field. A base hit for DeRosa. And up to second base goes Sierra. First base hit of the night for the Blue Jays, and they have 2 on with 1 out. Well, tonight's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Coors Light. Red Sox have now assured themselves of a playoff appearance for the 21st time in franchise history. For this season, the Sox clinched a postseason berth with 8 games remaining on their schedule. Most games left to play in a season since they qualified for the 1995 playoffs, with 10 games left to play. 1 out, 2 on, and Anthony Gose, the batter. Saltalamacchi reeling off the signs for the infielders. Gose had 268 with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in.
You never know with this Toronto team. Remember when Farrell had them last year? You never knew when they were going to run. Remember, they'd run into outs. They double steal with 2 outs.
They're a very aggressive team. There's the pitch in there for strike 1. You look at this Blue Jays team heading into the season, and a lot of the guys that they got, of course, coming from the Marlins, and it's not a group that was successful in Florida. And they bring their show kind of north of the border, and it hasn't gone well here either for the most part.
And they think about it, they signed Milky Cabrera after coming off of the problems he had with the Giants, right? They let him go, and then you see Burley there and Josh Johnson that they got from the Marlins. Josh Johnson's been hurt all year. Burley's done a decent job. I mean, that's what he does, and he's continued it. He's given him some innings.
This is down the left field line, and it is going to land in the seats. Out of play.
We see Burley tomorrow and Dickey on Sunday, I believe.
That is correct. It is Buchholz against Burley tomorrow, Dubront against Dickey in the finale of the series and of the regular season homestand for the Red Sox. Look at the numbers for Burley.
Boy, when he gives it up, you think he could never get anybody out, but he always just seems to get it done. And you see Dickey there coming off a Cy Young Award win last year, and it's hard to duplicate that. You know, he's done a decent job for them. But you pitch up in Toronto, you're going to give up some bombs. And Dickey's given up a ton of bombs. 31 to be exact.
Late swing and look out. Went fouled off into the seats.
Well, this ball is in the glove. Talk about emergency swing.
Wow.
My goodness. That's the kind of swing that hits the catcher's interference glove. Ellsbury does that.
Goes on a ground ball left side. Drew will go to second for 1. No throw to first. And as Pedroia looked to third base, Ghost has got too much speed as he gets down the line well. A do erase the middleman in DeRosa. 6-4 on the force out at second base. And it's now first and third for Toronto with 2 down here in the second inning.
Not an easy, really, force out. You see he's blocked by the runner as he goes by. A little tough, tricky hop, but Pedroia knows he's got no chance to turn this. And right away he goes to third base thinking he can get him off third, but no such thing.
So 2 down, first and third for J.P. Arancibia, the catcher for the Jays. Had a tough year at the plate. He was hitting under 200 at 197 for the season. 20 home runs, 52 runs batted in, but average-wise, difficult year for the Jays catcher. As he'll take ball 1.
He may be only hitting $197, but he can run into some bombs against the Red Sox. I mean, he's done some damage. He's taken Lester deep a couple of times, only hitting $195 off him, but a couple of long balls off Lester.
He is 2 for his last 45 over his last 15 games. And a grounder foul outside of third has him down 1-2.
You know, you wonder, can you live with a guy like Aaron Sebia, who punches out a lot, doesn't even hit 200, hits you 20 home runs? You better be dazzling behind the plate.
And tonight so far he has not been dazzling. A wild pitch that jumped off his backhanded bid that allowed the only run of the game to score as Pedroia came in from third base. Now the Jays are threatening here in the second inning. Meanwhile, we'll be keeping an eye on the Tampa Bay situation tonight. Rays have a 2-0 advantage over Baltimore in the second inning at the Trop tonight. Swing and a miss. Lester strikes out Aaron Sebia. Went to the 95-mile-an-hour fastball to get it done. Will Middlebrooks will lead it off when we come back. Coffee for just 99 cents for any size. That's right, just 99 cents, any size, anytime. Only at Cumberland Farms. Now back at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage. They hope to clinch the American League East tonight. May not be beard night, but every night is beard night now here at Fenway Park for the most part. And it's Will Middlebrooks leads it off here for Boston in the bottom of the second inning. Middlebrooks takes strike one.
You know, Ortiz getting thrown out at the plate last inning. He was not running very well at all. Not that something was bothering, but in particular, he just didn't seem like he was running very well at all. The Red Sox have had their share of runners thrown out at home plate.
The Red Sox trying to get that run with 2 outs, taking the chance, and David Ortiz thrown out by quite a bit. And as Middlebrooks kind of waves at that pitch, down 1-2. Gonna look at David running from second base.
Yeah, he kind of slipped there coming around third base, and you're looking behind. You know you're in trouble. Line drive, base hit. You got to go.
Anthony Gose throwing him out from center field. Two pitch to Will Middlebrooks. Leads it off here in the home half of the second inning. And a swing and a miss. Pitch down and away as he goes to the slider to get Middlebrooks. First strikeout for Rogers, 1 down.
You can see how Rogers could be tough. This is a disappearing slider. That's the pitch that Napoli laid off of a couple of times. Middlebrooks can't.
Rogers trying to settle into his outing after a rocky first inning. There's one out here in the second, and it brings up Stephen Drew. Hitting at 248, 13 homers, 64 runs batted in for Drew. Well, the LA Dodgers able to secure their spot in the postseason as they win the National League West. Kind of ran away with it.
They got carried away is what they did.
I was just going there.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you thought of the celebration in the pool at Chase Field in Arizona.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to be there. I mean, literally be one of the guys with the Arizona Diamondbacks, you know, to be upset like that. You know, I've seen guys party in front of us many times. You know, you get taken out of whether it's the World Series right in front of you or playoffs. And I don't know. They have a swimming pool, so they got carried away. But
it's not like it's Monument Park at Yankee Stadium or something. I mean, this is.
I don't think it's cool. I didn't think it was all that cool. But here I'm saying it, and I used to point at guys. You know, so you know, I've got a lot of nerve, right? But I didn't.
Some may think that's not cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe that's not. But that's not cool either.
Right.
So
partying in the other team's pool. Now, keep in mind too that Arizona and the Dodgers had quite a few situations this year, let's put it that way, already. So there was a lot of, you know, not liking each other to begin with.
Yeah.
Then you win it on their turf and then you party in their pool. I mean,
you add to it because you're talking about when Greinke got taken out, right?
And on the DL as a result.
Right. It was Kennedy drilled him right at his face almost. I mean, a lot goes into all of that. But the Dodgers knew. It's like premeditated almost. I mean, calm down. You knew you were going to win tonight. I mean, you start oiling, you get carried away.
Next thing you know, you're in a pool.
Yes, you do crazy things like Papelbon, right? Yes.
2 down for Jackie Bradley Jr. And this one is fouled back to the screen, 1-1.
But, you know, there's a lot of emotion in there. I mean, you're playing for 6 months. You know, everybody's grinding. I mean, you got to let it go. It's all in there.
Big release.
Totally. I used to release it every 9th inning. Every day.
This is grounded back up the middle. Ranging is Reyes. Off balance throw, and nicely done by Jose Reyes. As a 1-2-3 inning. Little help from his friends for Ishmael Rogers. It's 1-0 Red Sox.
At the bottom of your screen, or visit NESN.com/Hallie to get some exclusive content to see how we get beard.
Sox have a 1-0 advantage. As the Jays come to bat here, it is Ryan Goins. First appearance at Fenway, and he will take strike one from Jon Lester. Lester with 2 strikeouts and an impressive high fastball to J.P. Arencibia that ended the second inning as Lester picked up his second K. The Jays were threatening with runners at first and third.
Look back to Lester since the All-Star break, and I guess that 10 days did him a lot of good.
There's a lot of talk about that extra rest that he got around the break, and apparently it's exactly what he needed.
It worked.
This back at him and through into center field. Good contact for Goins. Number 9 man has got a base hit to begin things here in the third inning.
Careful, Lester. A little cutter right down the middle. He leaves it out over the middle of the plate, and look out right between your legs. Almost a backhanded stab.
Well, Jon Lester's key matchup is brought to you by People's United Bank as Jose Reyes stands in, and Reyes just 1 for 13 in his career against Jon Lester. A walk and a K. He's 77 against Lester. Reyes, of course, coming here with the Mets. Red Sox going to the Marlins, and now a member this season of the Blue Jays.
This guy is a dynamic baseball player. He could do it all.
He's made a pretty special defensive play. As this one grounded softly towards Pedroia at second base. He will go to second, get the lead runner, and that's all they'll get. But they retired Goins for the first out of the inning.
See the cutter in on Reyes. Doesn't hit this ball very hard. A little chopper. Goins doesn't let Pedroia double him up. Smart thing to do as a base runner. They can't turn it. He gets the lead run.
1 down, 1 on, and Rajay Davis coming up here for the Jays. Davis struck out swinging in the first inning. Here's a pop-up right side of the infield. Dustin Pedroia waiting. He will put it away. 2 down in the inning. No advance for Reyes at first base. Well, on Sunday on the all-new Ultimate Red Sox show presented by AAA, Jenny Dow recaps the fun had at the David Ortiz Charity Fun Gala. Also, Peter Gammons chats with both Craig Breslow and Will Middlebrooks. Catch all that and more on the Ultimate Red Sox show Sunday at noon. 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. Jose Reyes at first base, held on by Napoli. Here's Brett Laurie. He'll chop one towards shortstop. Drew plays the high hop, goes to first for the out. That ends the top of the third inning. 2.5 done. It's 1-0 Red Sox from the Fens.
Not bad.
Better?
Better.
Better.
Yes.
Here's a ground ball right side as Goins to his left fires to first to get Pedroia. One pitch, one out as we check in with Jenny.
Well, Don, last night the Red Sox won their 93rd game of the year, which matches their last year's total in losses. It's been quite the turnaround. So for our AT&T text poll question of the night, we want to ask the fans at home what you think has been the biggest difference maker. So text your vote to 536-536. Select A for the players added, B for the players that were traded away, C for the core returning vets, or D for John Farrell and the new coaching staff. Message and data rates may apply. We're going to follow this poll throughout this game, our post-game coverage, and we'll give you the final results on Nesson Sports Today, Don.
All right, Jenny, players traded away jumps out right away. The guys in the pool in Arizona are
very good.
You got a quick jump.
Yes.
But I think it's all of that.
Yeah, I know. You can't pick anything particular. You got to have the players, period. I mean, manager I know is important, but the game is played by the players.
That's a question that is often talked about. How many games do you think a manager affects during the course of the season?
I don't know. I mean,
tough to quantify.
Yeah, it really is. How many games does he blow?
Right.
You know what I mean? You think about
it. How many games did he cost you? How many games did he win you?
I think it comes down to that bullpen. And if you don't do the right job with that bullpen, it's going to cost you games.
And you can make a very good argument that he's done an outstanding job handling the bullpen and the use of it.
Absolutely. And the way he handles the pitching, I mean, that's what he did for a long time. He knows what he's doing. But the bullpen could bite you. You know, one guy has a bad year, could cost you, and then makes you look like a bad manager.
Especially when you take into account, if I had told you before the season you were going to lose both Andrew Bailey as well as Joel Hanrahan, the two closers that you had really going into the season, as well as Andrew Miller for the season, boy, you'd be thinking your bullpen was going to be in very rough shape.
Yes, you know, because these guys were supposed to be added. Just added, make it deeper. And next thing you know, your depth goes to the rear end, which you need at the end. And these guys have really, Tazawa, everybody talks about Uehara. I think Tazawa has been fabulous, consistent all year long. And every time he makes a mistake, it's just, it gets blown out of proportion. But he had the tougher job. Not to say it's not tougher, but he comes in earlier in the game with the game on the line a lot. So it's been, to me, he doesn't get enough credit either. I mean, did we expect? It's almost like we expected Tazawa to do that. And you think about it, he just came on last year, pitched well at the end of the season. After everything that went bad last year, that's what the good that came out of it. The way that Tazawa, the way he pitched last year, and he's continued that this year.
Well, he's tired from a long season, but he'll be ready to go. Should he be called upon tonight in this first game of the 3-game series against the Jays? To me, there's still some questions as to who's going to pitch late in games. I'm not talking about the guy at the end, obviously, or Tazawa. This is in the air, opposite field. It sends Pilar back onto the track. He leaps and can't get it. Ricochet played by Gose, and to second base standing with a one-out double goes Daniel Nava.
I can't blame that Pilar out in left field gets a little shy at the end of this. But he gets enough of this ball to hit this ball in the gap, and he pulls up just a little bit. He didn't want to take one more stride. He took a hit when he went into the wall. Can't blame him at all for not catching this ball, but to me, that's a Fenway double. Regular ballpark, he'd probably run that ball down. Well, he took a shot in the side of his shoulder and hip.
All kinds of bolts and everything else coming out of that scoreboard, too.
I'm on the mound thinking, hey, you got to catch that ball. Then you look at it again and wait a minute.
Look at that stuff.
Look at that stuff.
And jump into that. It's rusty.
Get infected by that stuff.
One out and one on. Stuff sticking out.
You need a tetanus shot before you go against that wall.
David Ortiz walked in the first inning as he takes ball one. And David thrown out at the plate, trying to score from second base. Ended the first inning. It's his second look at Ismael Rogers tonight.
I think the home run he hit in Toronto off of Rogers, I think it was off of Rogers. It was a line bullet You never remember because you do
No.
too many games.
Yeah.
I do. It was one of the hardest home runs hit all year. It got into the seats so quick.
Where did it go? Right?
No, right center.
Okay.
And it just was a line drive gone. It took 1 second to go out. It's one of the hardest, quickest home runs I've ever seen him hit. He hit it off of Rogers. Look it up. Somebody.
They all kind of blend in together.
That one stood out. You know,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of baseball.
Yes, you do.
I do. And that one stood out. That was a linea.
Were you with me or were you in the studio? Were you at home?
I was who knows?
Yes, you were someplace.
Someplace watching the game. What new? Might have been in the studio.
Well, they're going to put David on as they get behind in the count. They intentionally walk Ortiz. Second time he has walked tonight. Now, Bruins fans, have you missed hockey? This Monday live on NESN. Check out preseason hockey as the defending Eastern Conference champion Bruins play host to Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. Coverage begins with Bruins face-off live at 6:30 p.m. right here on NESN. So here's Mike Napoli. Napoli batting with 1 out and runners at first and second. Napoli walked in the first inning. Now at second base, Ortiz at first with 1 out in the inning. Rogers had to work his way out of a jam in the first and back here in trouble again in the third. The Rays tonight have a 3-0 lead now over the Baltimore Orioles in the third inning in Tampa Bay. And all the Red Sox have to worry about is winning here.
Tampa could just knock Baltimore right out of here. They've got a 4-game series. They play Monday too.
There are only 2 games between the two teams.
Got David Price on the mound tonight.
That is huge for Baltimore. I mean, they get to that point where you just got to win outright almost. And
right.
Sort of in the playoffs right now to get to the playoffs.
Every night.
Cleveland a half game back of the Rays and Rangers heading into tonight's game. So look at the wild card scenario heading into tonight's action. Red Sox really don't care because they've got their spot in the postseason already secured and chance tonight to clinch the division, but still Indians just a half game back. What a job Terry Francona's done.
They won last night 2-1 extra innings. They've got to go there and sweep Houston. Easier said than done. I'll tell you, every night I look at Francona's bullpen, he's using 8 guys. I mean, I don't know. He must have 15 guys in the bullpen. I think
he had a lot. He had
crazy.
15 at one point. I don't know if he still does.
I mean, I heard of a few of them, but not 8 of them.
Napoli fights this off foul, and it's a full count. Mike Carp waiting on deck. Red Sox batting with 1 out and 2 on here in the third inning.
See if he'll give him another fastball. Last time up, he spit on a couple breaking balls down and away.
There's ball 4, and this will load the bases. 4th walk given up by Rogers, 2nd of the inning. 2nd time Napoli has walked tonight. Well, the Red Sox Foundation helps children play ball for fun, health, and for life. One way they do that is through the RBI program, which stands for Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities. We salute our friends at HB Hood who support the Red Sox Foundation. And Pete Walker, the pitching coach for John Gibbons, on the phone to the Jays bullpen. We've not seen action yet, but looks like we're going to.
Let a lot of starting pitchers off the hook the last couple of nights. Not now. Remember, Feldman walked about six guys. And then they had Chen, bases loaded, nobody out. He got out of it with that double play ball by Gomes right back to him. And even last night they had, who do you call on the hook? Tillman. on the ropes. They just didn't get that one big hit. This is it.
Well, 4 walks tonight, the most allowed by Rogers on the season, as Pete Walker's back out there again. Chad Jenkins is warming in the pen now for the Blue Jays, a right-hander. Well, we're down to just 2 more Red Sox home games after tonight, so don't miss out on the action here at Fenway Park. Tickets are still available. The Sox final 2 games with the Blue Jays tomorrow and Sunday. Get your tickets now for these great matchups by calling 877 Red Sox 9 online at redsox.com/tickets or visit the Fenway Park ticket office. 1 out, bases loaded, and Carp with a count of 1-0. Is rolled over down the first base line, but it'll kick foul. And Rogers walking 4 as your Eastern Mass Lexus dealers bring you the pitching line for Rogers. 2 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. 2 Ks to go along with those 4 walks. 55 pitches deep into his outing.
Take a rocket, take a thing, take anything right now, right?
On the ground outside of first and foul. Carp 1 for 7 this season with the bases loaded, hitting in .304 in his career in this spot. One hit that he does have, however, is a grand slam. Bases filled with Red Sox here. 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning. There's a pop-up foul back and out of play. Rogers coming in at 5-7 with a 4.47 earned run average. His 43rd appearance of the year, 19th start for the Blue Jays. And Carp with a check swing. They are going to check, and he didn't go. So it's Tony Randazzo.
No, he didn't. Ball way out of the strike zone.
Carp will take it low. Full count now.
Boy, they have made him work.
4th consecutive 3-ball count against Rogers.
This says it all about the Red Sox. This is how they do it.
His 60th pitch is a 3-2. And Carp will take ball 4. He walks in a run, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. That'll do it for Rogers as Gibbons pops out of the dugout. 3 straight walks allowed by Rogers. That's to his season high in walks. An RBI for Carp, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. So John Gibbons out to make the change here as Rogers walks 3 in a row and walks in a run here to put Boston on top 2-0.
on it. Be sure to scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen or visit NESN.com/Hallie to get some exclusive content to see how we get beard.
All right, Hallie O'Brien, thanks very much. Look forward to that. Look forward to some unique views on Red Sox baseball on NESN.com. We welcome Hallie aboard as Red Sox with a 2-0 advantage here in the last half of the third inning. Have a chance for more. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the right-hander into the game, Chad Jenkins. As he takes over for Rogers, Jenkins makes his 8th appearance. 1-0 with a 3.46 earned run average. He has 10 strikeouts to 5 walks, and opponents hitting at .267 against him. Called from New Hampshire on August 24th. He's with the Fisher Cats.
Started 3 games for them. Not the Fisher Cats. The Blue Jays.
The actual Blue Jays.
Yes. It's like audition time right now for him. Find his way onto this roster next year if he can pitch last couple weeks of the season.
This is on the ground at first base. DeRosa will go to second for 1. Return to first. Jenkins is there. Does a great job getting out of the inning. Only giving up the 1 run. Red Sox lead at 2-0 at the end of 3. Eastern Bank. With your home or away, Eastern Bank puts you first with mobile banking. Pay bills, check balances, transfer money, even deposit checks, all from your phone. Eastern Bank, here you're first. Now back at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have a 2-0 advantage. Could have a lot more, though, the way things have gone here in the early going. The Blue Jays have been fortunate.
You don't want to look back at that again, thinking they could have blown that game open right there.
Pitch inside here to Kevin Pillar. Pillar popped out to second base. First time up in the second inning. They followed by Sierra and DeRosa here in the 4th inning. Jon Lester has given up 2 hits through the first 3 innings tonight. He's walked a batter, struck out 2. We're talking about it in the open tonight. You fully expect that Jon Lester will get the nod in game 1.
You know, Farrell hasn't come right out and said it, but if you saw him in the manager's press conference the other day that they almost had him trapped, and he didn't say it.
He wouldn't go there.
Everybody knew it. But
I guess what the question is, who is going to be 2 and 3 as that works, as Pilar walks to begin things here in the 4th inning. That is the second walk given up. One thing we did learn today is that Ryan Dempster is no longer in the rotation. They sat him down and talked with him and told him what his role would be moving forward, and that role now consists of the bullpen.
But as you said, this is who's number 2 is what the question is going to be.
Right.
And I think the question is all about Clay Buchholz. We've got to see him another couple of times is what we've got to do. But Lackey made a lot out of last night's effort. You're thinking about, all of a sudden you're saying, ooh, man, Lackey's something, especially the way he's performed at home. I mean, he's had, probably out of everybody, he's had the best numbers at Fenway Park.
Keeping that in mind, game 2 likely will be at home.
Right. You could probably get into all these scenarios, but you start with the number 1 guy because he has to come back game 5 if it goes 5. So that's probably the most important one.
Back to Dempster.
Yes.
Ryan Dempster now in the bullpen. How does that work for the Red Sox? I mean, he's going to be a long. It sounds like he's not going to be a long relief. No. He's going to be a contributor in the bullpen.
And he's on the same page. He's a team guy. Goes out there. I mean, they're going to get a chance to bring him out of the bullpen. Probably not meaningless innings, but try to get him out there for 1 or 2 innings. Not like send him into the setup role or anything like that.
He's not going to be pitching the 8th.
No, but he's got to get used to, once again, getting it going in a hurry. And like Farrell was saying, maybe he'll be a little tick quicker with his fastball, because if you look back at his starts, he throws the ball fairly hard in the first couple of innings, and you're hoping you can tap into that. But we'll see. I mean, he'll work his way into it. But like I said, out in the bullpen, you just don't know after the 3 guys, do you? I mean,
no.
Really? After Uehara, Tazawa, and Breslow. Now, what else? Right? Where do you go from there? I know Workman's in the mix.
Franklin Morales making a bid to be part of that equation. Right. But who do you trust towards the end of that game, say in the 6th inning if you need to? Or part of the 7. Middlebrooks will bat it down with his glove but have no play. He picks it up and takes a look around, but Sierra will reach. And Pilar takes second base.
Boy, he's charging on this play. And he's like almost a do or die thing. And you see that last hop sort of caught him a little bit. He's hoping it just goes in his glove. It'll probably go as a hit, I think, but a play that could have possibly been made. Yeah, it's an error. So he kind of went do or die in that last hop, and it didn't hop into his glove.
So the miscue charged to Middlebrooks, first and second. Nobody out. Mark DeRosa has already got a hit in this game. He singled in the 2nd inning. That's in there for strike 1. Let's see, Felix Doubront pitch here as a starter for the Red Sox, as Doubront scheduled to go in the final game of the series. I thought he might be the guy heading to the bullpen as well. Certainly done it in the past with success. And maybe he still will.
But you think, you see Doubront, the way their deliveries, both of them. You know how Dempster's fairly short. You see that long delivery by Doubront. It seems like he would take forever to try to turn into a reliever all of a sudden after being a starter all year. I think it would be more difficult for him. And not only that, he doesn't throw strikes. Dempster, is that Dempster's problem? I think Dempster throws balls on purpose. And he's been out there. He closed before, but that's like umpteen years ago. Forget about that. That's not the same guy.
You've done both. How big of a deal is it to get ready now as a reliever after you've done all this starting for as long as Dempster has done? I mean, how long is it going to take him to get ready?
And your heart is palpitating. You know what I mean? I mean, it takes a while to get used to that adrenaline again. And then you're so used to needing a lot of pitches to warm up. It's going to take some. Luckily, he's got a couple times to go out there. They need to get him in a game a couple of times if they're going to think they're going to put him in the bullpen roster for the playoffs.
So this decision comes at a pretty good time. You still have time to do that.
Yes, they needed that, and luckily they have the time.
2007 was the last time that he pitched in relief.
I mean, I don't care if you've done it before. Now just go from starting back into the bullpen. I'm telling you, it's a rush. You know, and you're used to, and all of a sudden you want to get ready in about 15, 20 throws. Totally different.
There's no long toss.
You don't breathe. You're not breathing the same out there. You haven't got all the time in the world. All of a sudden it's like, let's go. But he's a veteran.
1-2 pitch, tap, foul. Different players so often that they just want to be told. They want communication from their coaching staff, and that's one thing that I think this coaching staff has done extremely well. And it starts with John Farrell telling players where they stand, what their situation is. And while Ryan Dempster's probably not pleased that he's coming out of the rotation, at least he knows what the deal is.
Yeah, and he had a feeling. I mean, he knew that you look at all the starting pitchers and they added Peavy. He knew the writing was on the wall, but still to accept it like he did is a classy thing. Haven't seen that change. It just foul tips that changeup. Down and away. You would have loved him to hit a ground ball right here or punch out or something bad.
First two have reached here for the Jays in the top half of the fourth inning. A walk for Pilar. An error allowing Sierra to reach. 2 on, nobody out. And DeRosa fights this off foul. Still 1-2.
Boy, Lester's making good pitches. The changeup down the way he got a piece of, and he ran that fastball in on him. Making him work. There's some stress throws by Lester. See this fastball after that changeup. That's hot coming in there.
Check swing on a ball down, and it's 2-2.
It's good at bat so far by DeRosa.
DeRosa well traveled. He's been in the big league since 1999 when he broke in with Atlanta. Spent last year as a member of the Washington Nationals. 2-2 is by the dive, and Middlebrooks at third base into left field. And the base is now loaded for the Blue Jays with nobody out here in the top half of the fourth inning. DeRosa is now 2 for 2 off Jon Lester.
Boy, he finishes a great at bat with a base hit to left field, just out of the reach of Middlebrooks. A little cutter in, line drive, just past Middlebrooks. They can't score the runner from left. Bases loaded now. The air hopefully is not going to be costly.
So walk and error at third, a single, and the bases are loaded for Toronto for Anthony Gose. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Lester having to work hard in this fourth inning, and he does not have an out yet. And there's a good pitch. Gose fooled on the pitch. Curveball that time for strike one.
Well, he's mixing everything in. Like I said, this curveball, you don't see it a whole lot, but here it is down in the dirt. He gets him swinging. He'd love to get in a position to punch him out.
Well, he's ahead of him 0-2.
Well, he swung over the top of that thing like it was a sinker or something. And I don't think it was a two-seamer, but it looked like it had some action late down. Now you put him away.
Gose slaps it foul off to the left as he protects the plate here. Still down 0-2. This grand slam to his credit. Only hit he has with the bases loaded in his major league career. Bats with Pilar at third base, Sierra at second base, DeRosa at first. Nobody out in the Toronto fourth inning.
Drop a hook on him again. Something. Slider hook.
Fights this off foul. 91 miles an hour on the pitch that time from Lester.
Well, he set him up for a hook, hasn't he? I mean, 2 fastballs. He's just trying to stay alive.
Goes called up on August the 16th from Buffalo. And this is away on the fastball, a pitch that Lester wanted.
The ball's outside. Look good, but it's outside. He knows it.
This will be the 25th pitch of this inning. And still without an out is Jon Lester in what has been a stressful inning to this point. And goes, chops it down third baseline. Middlebrooks tagged third for the out there. Now they've got in a rundown Pilar, and he will be tagged out. Works out to be a double play.
Beautiful thing. Boy, this is going to be hard to figure out. I was confused as soon as he touched third base on a force play as the bases are loaded. Good pitch by Lester. He just, you see, going, just hits this ball one hopper right to the bag, steps on third. Now there's no force at home anymore. Now they've got to get this second out in a rundown, and they do a nice job to that. Pilar just sort of gives up, and now there's runners on first and second with 2 outs.
So 5-2, 5-2 on that back end of the double play for the Red Sox. So 2 down, worked out great. Runners at first and second now, and J.P. Arancibia, the batter, who was the second strikeout victim of the night for Jon Lester. As Lester got him in the second inning. And a swing and a miss for strike one.
There's a changeup. Beautiful thing. It's coming out of his shoes. This guy's all he has on his mind is bridge all the time. Arancibia, little changeup down and away. That'll change your mind a little bit.
There are very few things in life you like more than a swing and a miss.
Yes, I love it.
Really enjoy that.
Especially strike 3.
That's going to miss high, and it's 1-1.
Well, he was looking for a punch out, and he got a double play, and then the pitch count was just killing him. It's a big out right here. Get out of this inning.
It's been a hard fought inning, and this is 68 pitches now for Lester. And it's grounded foul by the Jays dugout.
Boy, he ran that changeup down and away. See that pitch there just ate him up inside, and he blew him away with the fastball the first time up and out of the zone.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. 2 on for the Blue Jays. Arancibia not chasing the high fastball.
He wants him to chase, and he wants to chase.
It should be a good combination.
Yes.
And he does chase. Strikes out. Lester out of the jam. A hard fought jam at that. Red Sox protected 2-0 lead. Brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. You always put others first. Would be nice if your bank did the same thing. With products that make life easier and a commitment to helping those in need. Here, your first. Eastern Bank. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0. Red Sox have the lead as Will Middlebrooks leads it off here in the bottom of the fourth. Middlebrooks, Drew, and Bradley Jr. to face Chad Jenkins. Came in and got a big double play to get out of the third inning without any further damage. In relief of Ishmael Rogers, who started this game tonight for Toronto. But Jenkins did a nice job and back out there again for the fourth. No action behind him to begin the inning for Toronto.
You wondered how much they know about this Jenkins kid. I saw you're looking in the dugout and you saw Nava talking to Carp, telling him what pitches. I think he was talking about this pitcher. I mean, they've got film on everybody, but you got to get up to the plate to really know what the action on his ball is.
And you're talking about September call-ups and so many more guys to worry about now coming out of the pens. Everybody's loaded up their pens right now, and they're going over it right now.
Oh, yeah. But what a big pitch by last inning to punch out Aaron Sebia on that changeup down and away. Lester.
This is a swing and a miss, and Middlebrooks strikes out for the first out here of the fourth inning, his second K of the night, as we send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, I'm sitting here with Murph, who was honored today by the Red Sox, an employee here at Fenway Park. Murph, how long have you been working here, and tell the fans at home what you do?
Sure. I've been here for 11 years. First 8 years out in center field bleachers, 3 years here behind pesky pole. What I do is when the fans come up, try to assist them, and during the game, if they have any concerns, try to point them in the correct direction.
What would you say is the best part of your job?
Waiting to have the fans come up the ramp, because you just never know. They're coming from all over the country, and for that matter, all over the world. Try to help them with the Fenway experience.
Pretty special honor here today pregame. Technically, you got really the employee of the year for the Red Sox. Such an honor. What does that mean to you?
Well, especially Joe McDermott. Never met Joe, but did talk to some of the folks that have been here. Got a chance to meet his wife, Joanne, his son, Jeff, and his wife, Jessica. Just everyone you talk to, just all you hear is the first word is great guy. You know, first two words, great guy, great guy. And to be able to represent the ushers here, the men and women that work the department, that makes it even that much better.
So you won the award for the ushers, and then on a greater screen, the employee of the year. Was that a surprise to you?
Yeah, total surprise. Didn't know until I actually was on the field. Knew something was up when they introduced me to the McDermott family, but it was great. It was great to have my sister and brother-in-law here tonight as well.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for all your years of service.
Thanks.
Thank you. Back to you.
All right, Jane, thanks very much. An honor for Murph here at Fenway Park, as Red Sox have a lot of very good employees here day in and day out who don't get credit for what they do here on a daily basis. I know the fans know many of them here at the ballpark. Red Sox ambassadors here who are around to help out on a nightly basis. 3-2 pitch is going to miss, and down to first base goes Stephen Drew. One out walk for Drew, and that is the 6th walk given up by Blue Jays pitching. It's been tough to watch so far for John Gibbons. Jackie Bradley Jr. struck out swinging in the second inning. Hitting at 171 this season with the Red Sox. And he'll take strike one.
Bradley's gotten his chance to play out of nowhere with Ellsbury out.
And Victorino.
And the news on Ellsbury hitting off a tee. Do you hear that? Hitting off a tee today and throwing better than what we had heard before. So he's coming along.
I wonder if he can get into a game before the end of the year.
You'd like to have him in a game in Baltimore.
Yes.
I mean, you've got to have him in a game.
Red Sox, of course, going to Colorado for a brief 2-game series. Runner goes in a 1-1, and it is chopped through the left side. A base hit. Reyes is swung over towards the bag at second with Drew taken off. A little hit and run here, and Jackie Bradley Jr. has got a base hit through the left side.
Nicely done. Little hit and run. Can't get any better than that. Shortstop covering. Little 3-hopper in the hole to left field. Puts a little pressure on the hitter right there when he knows he's got to swing the bat, got to make contact. You just find a way to hit the ball.
2 on, 1 away, and Dustin Pedroia, the batter, he doubled and scored in the first inning, grounded out to second base in the third.
I'll tell you what, he loves the Blue Jays pitching. You see that red zone, that ball up and in. He can get to that ball. You saw him get to it early on, first time up to double. And you see what he's done against the Blue Jays this year. The red zone. I was talking about that up and in zone. You see that 500 right there and middle. But you try to throw a fastball up and in on him or anywhere in the zone, I'll tell you, he does damage.
And a swing and a miss. Down 1-2.
Jenkins' best pitch is that changeup. We've seen several of them.
One-two grounded by the mound towards Goins at second. There's an out there and an out there. Turns into be a double play. And John Farrell's going to come out and argue. Jackie Bradley Jr. said he was never touched as he was headed towards second base, and tough to tell. A double play ends the inning. Season on Fox, TBS, and MLB Network starting October the 1st. And quite a play to end last inning as Jackie Bradley Jr. apparently was never touched, and look in between innings and didn't appear to be touched at all.
Well, you see what Eric Cooper is, the umpire at second. He can't really see that. Just barely misses him. But he thinks he got him, and that's a double play ball. We've seen Pedroia make that play before, and I don't know if you throw a flag on that or not. I would assume you can, right?
Sure.
Yeah. They're going to get it right next year.
I'm looking forward to the whole flag thing. That's going to be an interesting wrinkle.
Yeah, it may take some time, but they're going to get it right.
Ryan Goins leading it off here for the Blue Jays in the 5th inning. That one's going to drop in there for a strike. So if I got this right, Johnny Broadcaster, you have tomorrow and Sunday, and then your tenure as Johnny Broadcaster here at NESN is going to be over for a little while, right?
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes, you, Johnny Broadcaster.
Yes, I thought you're Johnny Broadcaster.
No.
Yeah, Mike, I'm done.
You're done.
Sunday.
Mike Timlin is going to join us in Colorado and in Baltimore to finish out the season.
Yeah, it'll be good for him.
It will be fun.
He'll be excited. He'll be nervous. Oh,
you think so?
Oh, of course.
Yes, probably will be.
He'd rather be pitching than doing this.
Yes.
You know?
I'm looking forward to seeing Mike.
This is not easy, being Johnny Broadcaster.
It has nothing to do with the hairspray, right?
No.
The other night, no, that's not the toughest part of being Johnny Broadcaster.
No, it's because it takes a long time to figure this out. It really does. And ultimately, you can't do what you do in the time that I've worked.
Right.
Get it? I mean, you didn't turn into Johnny Broadcaster in 20 games.
No.
Right. You've been doing this forever. Right? I mean, long time. 20 years probably, right?
It's my 23rd baseball season.
I was
TV.
trying to get guys out for 20 years.
Yes.
And
so
sometimes I wish I was out there.
You were Johnny reliever and starter for a long time. Now you're Johnny Hall of Famer.
Yes, I like that.
And Johnny Broadcaster now, too.
If you want to call me that, I'll take it.
Happy to say that we will likely be working together, we understand, in the postseason as well, which we're excited about. There's a swing and a miss, and Goins strikes out for the first out of the 5th inning.
Once again, fastball right by Goins. You see this? He's been using his fastball to put people away.
Last whiff was brought to you by Head and Shoulders. As Ryan Goins strikes out, 4th K for Lester, and here is Jose Reyes and takes strike 1.
Goins is gone.
That's good stuff.
I had a hard time with his name. I really did. I could hardly get his name out. Goins? I mean,
yes, Goins.
Goins. Oh, Goins is gone.
Goins is gone. Here's a ground ball. Diving at third base is Middlebrooks. From his knee, throws to first in time to get Reyes. Nice play by Will Middlebrooks.
And that is a redeemer right there. He's up on the grass. Hasn't got a lot of room to play with. A little one-hopper dive, fully extended on his knees. Beautiful thing. Yes. I see you.
2 down here in the 5th inning. It's been a tough night to this point for Middlebrooks with the error at third base. A couple of strikeouts in the game, but a nice play there. As Rajay Davis fouls it straight back. 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out in the 1st inning, popped out in the 3rd.
You just never know when this team's going to swing the bat. I mean, first pitch, you don't know. I mean, it's hard to pitch against a team like this. And that's why he walked a couple guys. He doesn't want to just, throw the ball over the plate. He thinks they're hacking, just like Lackey last night.
There's a liner out of the reach of Drew and into left field for a base hit. Rajay Davis collects the 4th Blue Jays hit of the night.
Boy, I tell you, he is irritating. He seems to get a knock every time. Every series, you hear Davis doing something, stealing bases.
Well, the board now always dangerous, as he is on at first base with 2 down. Brett Laurie, the batter, 0 for 2. He's lined out to left and grounded out to shortstop. There goes Rajay Davis. The pitch inside for a ball, and the throw is not going to be in time. Steals second base.
Stolen bag number 43. What are you going to do? I mean, he didn't even have a big lead, and he's gone, and he's going to do a little headlong dive, and you have no chance throwing this guy out. That's why he's got that glove on. He doesn't want to hurt his wrist, his fingers, whatever.
This second only to Jacoby Ellsbury in the American League with his 43rd steal. Jacoby with 52 on the season. Now Davis taking off at third. This throw is going to be close, but it gets away. And another stolen base. Looks like the throw is going to be there, but thrown to the dirt that time by Saltalamacchia, and Davis has back-to-back steals.
I think this guy's got the green light.
Pretty much.
I think so. I mean, back-to-back pitches. He's gone. If he's thrown out, that's a bad play.
There's 9 stolen bases against Boston this season.
Ball was there. Middlebrooks didn't catch it. Was into the line a little bit.
And Laurie with a swing and a miss.
It's got to be kind of irritating to the hitter when the guy takes off for third. Remember when Mike Schmidt was up, he said, don't be stealing third base when I'm up. Right? I mean, nobody's stealing third. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to go bridge. You're
mess with my concentration.
Yeah, calm down. You're bothering me.
1-2 to Laurie. And it's fouled off to the right out of play. We'll get you a Toyota game break coming up here in a bit. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Rajai Davis at third base. Blue Jays threatening again here in the 5th. Red Sox holding on to a 2-0 advantage. Red Laurie down 1-2. And another foul off to the right out of play.
Boy, Lester has had to work hard this game. A lot of stress throws. A lot of them. 86 pitches. 5th inning. It's more like 100 he's thrown. Stress wise.
Especially in that 4th inning. He had to get out of the bases loaded jam, which he did. Now pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Saltalamacchia. 2-2.
You never used to see that many changeups from Jon Lester.
There's that 4th inning we were talking about from a pitch thrown stance. A 30 in the 4th inning, and it was a battle for him the entire inning. Blue Jays have left 5 men on through the first 4 innings. They've got a runner at third, and Laurie lines one to right center field. In from third comes Rajai Davis. It's an RBI single for Brent Laurie, a 2-out RBI single at that, and the Blue Jays are on the board.
He would not chase that changeup. And he gets a fastball to hit. He doesn't try to do too much with it. And this is a nice piece of hit, and that's all there is to it. And Pedroia just can't get up enough to catch it. So the stolen bases paid off. At least one of them did.
So Laurie at first base now, 2 down. As Kevin Pillar bats. He's popped out to second and walked as he takes ball 1. There goes Laurie. The throw to second base is good, and Laurie is out. Saltalamacchia guns him down to end the inning. The Blue Jays get a run and get on the board. It's 2-1 Boston. All right, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, Red Sox have a 2-1 lead as the Blue Jays get on the board with a run in their half of the 5th inning. And leading it off for Boston here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Daniel Nava. See David Ortiz, Mike Napoli. As Nava takes a strike, and the count evens at 1-1.
Saw the double play there in Tampa for David Price. That's what's been happening to the Red Sox. A lot of double play balls we've been seeing this homestand.
And plenty of base runners this entire homestand for Boston. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Leaving a lot of men on base, but they also have a lot of men on base. As David Ortiz waits on deck, he has walked twice in the game, once intentionally. To left field. Pilar going back onto the track to make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. The fans, there's no better way to watch the Red Sox on their quest to the postseason than by predicting every at-bat, every live game with MLB Pre-Play. Compete against friends, move up in the leaderboard, and win prizes. Download free iOS and Android by texting MLB to 33733 now. One out in the bottom of the 5th inning for David Ortiz. His 3rd plate appearance of the night. And into the shift on the right side. Picked by Goins, who throws to first in time to get Ortiz. So 2 down in the inning. Well, Carl Yastrzemski's number 8, still one of the most popular shirts here at Fenway Park, and of course the statue dedication going on Sunday prior to the last home game of the regular season here at Fenway Park. And of course the teammates are out there already, and soon to be joined by Yaz, a former teammate of yours.
Yes, 30 years ago.
That's unbelievable.
Since he walked off, he ran all the way around the ballpark saying goodbye. I mean, I can't believe 30 years have gone by, but statue. I mean, this is what he should have had. I mean, it's about time he has a statue with everybody else.
How many seasons did you play with Yaz?
I played with him 6 years. And I think he was like 38 when I first played with him. But he was always in such great shape. He really did. He was a gamer, man. I used to throw him these tape balls, and because they didn't have batting cages down behind the dugout. So he'd be up there because he was DHing, and he'd be throwing these tape balls at him, and he was coming out of his shoes in the clubhouse. Seriously. And I'd hide behind one of those pillars and go and then duck, and he'd be with that hands real high and leaving earth in the clubhouse to get loose.
Right. It's the only place to go here. Now you have the batting tunnel right in behind the dugout.
I mean, that is so helpful, don't you? I mean, really.
It's big enough you can run around down there as this is on the ground to short. Reyes has got it. And Napoli's retired. So are the Red Sox in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's 2-1 Boston. advantage as we head to the 6th inning. And Kevin Pillar leads it off here and grounds it foul over into the Blue Jays dugout. We'll scatter him down there. Let's get their pitcher, Chad Jenkins, who's been pitching well in the last couple of innings in relief. Let's get their manager, too. We'll drop in for strike 2. 92 pitches for Jon Lester as he goes to the curveball.
Do drop in is what that is.
There's a one hopper sharply hit off of Drew. It kicks out in behind him, and reaching at first is Pillar. See how they rule this. Went to his left and unable to come up with it, as reaching to begin the inning is Pillar.
That ball was sharply hit by Pillar. You see a little one hopper kind of come up on him. I mean, the ball bounced way before it got to him. Obviously that's an error. You don't see that very often.
They do indeed charge him with an error. So the miscue allows Pillar to get on, and it brings up Sierra, who has walked and reached on an error, and goes around for strike 1. Called to strike anyway. Sierra walked in the 2nd, reached on the error committed by Middlebrooks at 3rd base in the 4th. So Boston now making 2 errors in this game, both on the left side of the Boston infield.
It's costing Lester a lot more pitches of what it does.
This ticket brings you the pitching line for Jon Lester. 5+ 5 hits. The 1 run which came last inning. Walked 2, struck out 4. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Mark DeRosa waiting on deck here. Blue Jays batting in the top of the 6th inning. Got the lead runner on in a 1-run game. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Saltalamacchia for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Lester. First out of the 6th inning.
Got a little depth to this cutter. It's got middle of the plate, but there's a little depth to it. That's why he swings over the top of it. It had a lot of plate, but.
Pitch zone on Nesson, brought to you by Amica. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. First out of the inning, and Pillar at first for Mark DeRosa. 2 for 2 in the game tonight against Jon Lester. Fouls it off to the right, out of play.
It's been a tough out for Lester tonight. The last at bat especially, fouling off a bunch of tough pitches.
And a foul off to the right, out of play. DeRosa down 0-2.
Kind of beat him on back-to-back fastballs down and away.
Framed by Saltalamacchia, and I know, Eck, you got to have that.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice to have, but I thought it was up and away. But you see, Amica pitch zone's got it right there on the corner, top of the zone.
And DeRosa strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lester, 6 in all, 2 down.
Back-to-back punch outs on a cutter. He's coming up with some big punch outs right here. After all those fastballs, that cutter going down. You see the depth of that cutter. It's not flat. It's going down.
So 2 down here in the 6th inning. Pilar led off, reaching on an error committed by Drew at shortstop. Still at first base as Anthony Gose 0 for 2 in the game. He's reached twice, both on fielder's choices. Yes, he holds up. I think they're going to check. Yes, he did, according to Tony Randazzo.
Well, he's had some funky swings off Lester. Nice little funky double play ball last time up. It was a beautiful thing with the bases loaded.
And a grounder foul, and it's 1-1. Lester up over 100 pitches now at 103 as he works here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Longest inning from a pitch thrown perspective was the 4th inning. 30 pitches in that inning. That'll drop in for strike 2 on the breaking ball.
Telling you, he's throwing everything he's got. We've seen this curveball a lot tonight. See him buckled right there. He's been fighting fastballs off all night.
Gose will take it just outside.
You know, he makes his pitch it's just a little hair outside. And the pitch count goes up and up.
Gose rolls it over foul, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Lead at first for Pilar. 2 down here in the 6th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch again.
Dot him away.
Gose fouls it away off to the left.
And that is a pitcher's pitch. He just fouled off right there. And this ball is dotted. This outside corner is dotted. He takes it. He's out. He flicks it foul. I don't know what's wrong with Lester. Kind of. If he's wincing or what, he didn't act himself after that pitch.
Now, if you need medical care at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Trust medicine that puts people first. Learn more at bidmc.org/human first. The end of Lester's delivery. Not sure if he's frustrated or wincing.
I think he was frustrated. It makes you look like he's hurt.
2-2. Gose will take it downstairs for ball 3, and the battle continues. .108 tonight, reaching his average, well shy of his high.
You got to go get this guy. You got to gas him 3-2. You got to get some plate.
Strike 3. Gose knew it. Takes with him the 7th strikeout for Lester. Strikes out the side. 2-1 Boston. After getting out of that situation last inning, striking out the side.
How about this last pitch? 3-2. I'm thinking he's going to throw him a fastball. He throws him a cutter for his culo. That's 3 punch outs that inning on all cutters. Made him work hard. I mean, he finished that inning beautifully, but a ton of pitches.
Well, leading it off here for the Red Sox in the 6th inning is Mike Carp. So grounded down the first baseline. Jenkins off the mound, and his throw is just in time to get Mike Carp. Nice play. Jenkins had to come well off the mound to grab that down the third baseline, but Carp retired for the first out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll stay with NESN after our Sox coverage for NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Gary Streisky and Jamison Coyle will catch us up on the day in sports, including the Pats' final preparation before Sunday's game against Tampa Bay. They'll also recap what is hopefully a division-winning night here at Fenway, and Gary will go one-on-one with Roush Fenway's Carl Edwards. It's everything you need to know about the day in sports tonight following our Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today. Jared Saltalamacchia takes a look at ball 1 away.
This kid Jenkins has thrown good since he's come in. Kept the ball down and away. Featured a little changeup.
There's a fly ball to left field down the line. Pilar heads over towards the corner, and it's going to be a fair ball. Lands behind him. He overran it as Saltalamacchia gets to second base with a 1-out double. Pilar went over as far as he could, ends up landing behind him and in fair ground.
You knew he was in trouble right from the get-go, didn't you? Yeah, I said that's that strange corner over there where the ball comes back a little bit. But he was struggling. I mean, he's on a mission to get there, and he kind of overran it. Took his eye off it. That was an ugly play. He had a long ways to go for that ball. He put his head down, and by the time he put his head back up, he was out of reach.
So a 1-out double, the second hit of the night for Saltalamacchia, and it brings up Will Middlebrooks. 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out twice. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in on his hands.
That changeup going down and in. Pilar can't be liking Fenway Park right now. He smashed into the left field wall and kind of boxed that play.
Action for the Blue Jays as Aaron Loop and Neil Wagner both up in the pen now for Toronto. Shinichi Tozawa up for Boston. Middlebrooks lifts it in the air to shallow center. Goins going out. Ghost coming in, and it's Ghost. The center fielder makes the catch for the second out of the 6th inning. Send it down to Jenny.
Don, a quick update on Jacoby Ellsbury, who resumed baseball activities today for the first time since being shut down on September 5th with a fracture in his right foot. He was able to swing off the tee a little bit and do some throwing, all positive steps. Jacoby said he's trying to push the envelope a little bit with the doctors, and they keep telling him he needs to slow down. This does take time, but the Red Sox and Ellsbury both hopeful that he can make a return before the end of the regular season.
All right, Jenny, is out to get Jenkins is John Gibbons. Jenkins does a nice job as he comes in and slows the Red Sox offense down, and he departs with the Red Sox on top 2-1. This is Frank Webb's Bass Center in Needham just opened its first appliance gallery. For more on this FW Webb showroom, visit frankwebb.com today. Well, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox have a 2-1 advantage, trying to add to it with Jared Saltalamacchia at second base. And Stephen Drew, the batter, is bringing in left-hander Aaron Loop into the game. And a pitch outside for ball 1.
He was part of a bullpen this year that was pretty good. When you talk about 3rd in the American League and ERA, their bullpen, it gets kind of lost in all the stuff about the Blue Jays. You think about the Blue Jays, you think about the power that they have, not necessarily their bullpen.
There's a strike, and it's 1-1. We're at the bottom of the strike zone.
Well, that is tough on a left-handed hitter. Down under like that, a little crossfire.
And Drew has had a tough time against left-handed pitching, hitting at 183 this season. About 100 points lower than against right-handed pitching. And a grounder back to the mound. It's picked by Loop nicely, and he fires to first for the out that ends the inning. Pitcher helping out his own cause defensively. It's 2-1 Boston. Supply delivery. WB Mason same-day deliveries can't be thrown out. Call by 11:30 a.m. and your order is delivered that same afternoon. WB Mason, the league leader in same-day delivery. Well, Jon Lester's back out there again. 109 pitches deep into his outing. And on top 2-1 as J.P. Arancibia leads it off and takes ball 1 outside.
I think this has been a great outing for Lester. He had, pitching tough. Got into trouble with a couple of errors, had a pitch out of it.
Ground ball to shortstop, tough hop. Hops up to Drew, fires to first for the out, 1 down. We'll get set for every Red Sox game on NESN with Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. NESN's pregame coverage of the Sox begins an hour before every game. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, banking the DCU way. 1 down here in the 7th inning brings up Ryan Goins. He was 1 for 2. He singled out of his number 9 spot in the 3rd inning to center field and then struck out swinging in the 5th.
I tell you, somebody scouting this game with Lester, you can't even think with him. which makes it difficult. You know, I'm trying to pick a pitch I think he's going to throw at a certain situation, and he doesn't. And he doesn't give in. He tries to paint. I mean, I'll tell you.
He's back up the middle, and Drew slides to get it, then a one-hopper to first. Nicely done by Stephen Drew.
Oh, Lester's got to love that. He's run over there and kiss him. That's a base hit up the middle. That is a big play. We saw him make an error earlier, but what about this one? On his knees, one hopper. He knew he let it go. He could throw it on the ground. Just get it over there, and he's got an out. It's a big league play.
So 2 down, 5 in a row. Now retired by Lester. And here's Jose Reyes, 0 for 3 in the top spot in the Blue Jays order as he takes strike one. And you can bet the scouts are here tonight in advance of what could be Lester's next start.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's mixing it up. You can't think with him. He's got everything going on. I mean, you name it. That pitch in particular, changeup. A couple years ago, you never saw that from Lester. See that changeup down away. We get swings like that. It's a good one.
Red Sox have not decided when Lester will make his next start after this, as it is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Lackey, Lester, and Buchholz have not decided on the order on the final weekend. That obviously will sort of determine the order of what they're going to do in the postseason. Of course, they have what could be a week after that. Almost, what, 5 days later they would start the playoffs on Friday.
You got to see what Buchholz looks like.
Right.
You just do.
1-2, and Reyes fouls it off himself and goes down.
A fastball, a changeup, and then see a cutter. Ow, that's got to hurt.
Well, for every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Another changeup.
Reyes fouls it off. Pretty good job to get a piece of that.
He's made a lot of pitches that they've fouled off all night. That's why that pitch count is so high. Luckily this inning he hasn't thrown that many pitches.
9th pitch of this inning, 119 on the night, and it's fouled off.
I can't tell you what he's going to throw right now. I can't think with him. Hook. He's going to throw him a hook.
And it's in the dirt. 2-2. Shook off everything else to get to that curveball.
Yeah, it took him a long time to get to that curveball. It's the last thing. The Salt. He can't. If I'm Salty, I can't think with him either.
Two in the dirt, full count. Junichi Dazal ready in the bullpen should the Red Sox go in that decision. As Reyes bats here, lengthy at bat. Rajay Davis waits on deck. 2 down here in the 7th. 121 pitches for Jon Lester.
Your guess is as good as mine what he's going to do right now. Bunch of changeups, curveball, he's throwing a cutter. What's he going to do? Backdoor cutter?
Fouled off.
No, high gas.
High fastball that is fouled back. Second most pitches that he's thrown this season.
throw a cutter.
And it is strike 3. Delayed call from Larry Van Over. Rings him up. Lester's fired up. So the Fenway faithful, it's 2-1 Boston.
What a gift.
else we need to know from the day in sports. We'll be tuned in for NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank tonight, following our Sox coverage. Well, the Red Sox holding on to a 2-1 advantage as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jackie Bradley Jr. to lead it off. He is 1 for 2 in the game, as he takes strike one from Neil Wagner, the new pitcher here for the Blue Jays. Their 4th of the night, his 35th appearance, 2 and 4, 3.00 earned run average, 31 Ks to 12 walks, and opponents hitting at 248 against Wagner.
Whew. He'd get up there.
It takes over for Aaron Loop, who went a third of an inning, getting the final out of the 6th inning. This line to left, and a base hit for Jackie Bradley Jr. Takes it the other way, his 2nd hit of the night. Well, this game summary is brought to you by Xfinity from Comcast. Starter Ishmael Rogers chased from the game after just 2 1/3. He is currently on the hook. He gave up only 2 runs, but now Toronto on their 4th pitcher of the night. Jon Lester, meanwhile, going the first 7 innings. And Lester with a chance to grab his 15th win of the year tonight. Comes in at 14 and 8. Lead runner on for Boston in the bottom of the 7th inning as Pedroia takes strike one.
It'd be nice to have a couple more runs. We feel like this game should be at least 4-1 as it is. The opportunities that they had so early.
Red Sox have left 6 men on through the first 6 innings. Have the lead runner on here in the 7th, and now a check on Bradley. Ground ball through the vacated right side into right field for a base hit. Bradley will stop at second. The throw goes in that direction, and it is 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Boy, Pedroia is just such a tough out. When he does this, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, he just says, I'll just take it the other way. Jackie Bradley looked like he was going on, started and stopped, but look at that hole wide open over there. Holds up at second base. Ball shallow right field.
Two on, nobody out, and Daniel Nava coming up here. He is 1 for 3, doubled in the third inning, scored the Red Sox second run. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1.
Once again with the bunt, if he does it, you're going to walk Ortiz. Bases loaded. You face Napoli, so.
Takes ball 2, 2-0. Advil is the official pain reliever of the Boston Red Sox and proud supporter of Volunteers. Go to Advil.com to find out about the Advil Relief in Action campaign. Red Sox have Jackie Bradley Jr. at second, Dustin Pedroia at first, nobody out here in the 7th inning.
See if he makes him throw a strike.
Show bunt again, but that's not close. Up and away, and it's 3-0.
Boy, he's messing with Wagner's head, trying to fake bunt the first one. I mean, there's no way he's bunting 2-0. He's just trying to take, if you think about it.
Stirring again in the Blue Jays pen. They're going to have action again here very soon. Nava taken all the way, and he takes strike 1.
He may take another one.
To right center field on the run is Davis. It's going to get in for a hit. And stopping at third is Jackie Bradley Jr. Had to be sure that Davis wasn't going to catch that in right field. And the bases are now loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And he's not taking on a 3-1 pitch. He knows he's going to get a fastball. And he's seen 4 of them already. And you see when this ball's hit, you think it's in the gap. Bradley doesn't read it very well. He has to be careful. He goes halfway. And he has to hold up at third base. You see him stop and start, stop and start. He didn't know what to do. But he could be hung out to dry. He couldn't get doubled up on that.
We'll stay with Nesson after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. TC and Hall of Famer Jim Rice will break down the game, and Jenny will bring you clubhouse reaction. WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. Bases filled with Red Sox. Nobody out in the 7th inning. And David Ortiz with a chance to do some damage here. Provide the Red Sox some insurance. On top 2-1 as they bat here in the home half of the 7th inning. He has walked twice, once intentionally, grounded out last time up. And hits one to center field that is going to get in for a base hit. Bobbled out in center by Ghost. 1 run is in, and the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead. David Ortiz drives in the Red Sox 3rd run of the night.
Take him any way you can get him. Broken bat, base hit to center field. Pedroia doesn't really get a good read on this ball either. He doesn't want to get doubled up. But Ortiz gets jammed on this fastball. Center fielder's hitting fairly deep. Pedroia, see, he holds up, goes back. They're only going one station to station right now, but an RBI by Ortiz.
David Ortiz this season with the bases loaded now 5 for 10 with 10 RBIs on the year. And as he drives in a run, Red Sox take a 3-1 lead. Here comes John Gibbons to make a change. Wagner ineffective, gives up 4 straight hits to begin this bottom of the 7th inning, and so far a run. And the Jays going back to the pen here. The Red Sox on top 3-1. And Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin latte. Stop into Dunkin' anytime between 2 and 6 p.m. Enjoy a small hot or iced latte for only 99 cents. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Bases loaded, nobody out. Red Sox on top 3-1. And as coming up is Mike Napoli to face the new Blue Jays pitcher Jeremy Jeffress in the game. 7th appearance, 1-0. The 2.45 earned run average, 4 walks to 4 Ks, and opponents hitting at .313 against Jeffress. And Will Wagner did not record an out. Gave up a total of 4 hits so far, 1 run. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out.
All he threw was fastballs.
Napoli has walked twice tonight and grounded out. Infield in. Napoli with a swing and a miss for strike 1. Another fastball here at 94.
Boy, Napoli's up again with the bases loaded, and he's trying to go for the downs. What new?
He bats with the bases loaded just to stay in shape.
Totally. You get half your RBIs in the at-bats he's had for a whole season.
No one is on the ground. Infield in. Reyes coming home with it for an out there. Throw to first for an out there. Nice play by the Blue Jays. And John Farrell's out to argue that play. DeRosa, that ball may have been moving around in his glove. Not sure. But Farrell out to argue it. As it stands right now, it is a 6-2-3 double play.
You don't see 6-2-3 double plays very often. Obviously, infield in. He must have seen something, because the throw did beat him, it looked to me, but this play takes a long time to develop. A couple of crow hops by Reyes. The throw to, yeah, he pulled his foot. He wasn't even in the vicinity right here. Watch this. His foot, his right foot is gone.
Off.
Because he didn't want to get hit. The throw was into the line. Yeah, it's not there. No wonder Farrell's upset.
So that is the 3rd double play turned tonight by the Blue Jays in the game. Now Mike Carp with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and he will take strike 1. Carp is lined out to short, walked, and grounded out to 3rd base. The walk came with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning, gave the Red Sox their 2nd run and his 40th RBI of the year. Now Carp will slice it foul off to the left, back into the grandstand area.
got these two relievers that came in this inning. You saw Wagner throwing nothing but fastballs. Jeffress the same way, just letting it fly.
Inside 1-2. Red Sox double-barreled action. Matt Thornton, the left-hander, and Shinichi Tozawa, the right-hander, up in the pen. One-two is lined towards left center. That's going to get in for a hit. From third comes Nava. Ortiz scores from second base, and the Red Sox take a 5-1 lead. Mike Carp opens it up for Boston.
Finally got the big hit. That double play with the bases loaded didn't cost him. Carp comes up with a big base hit, his third RBI on the night. Another fastball, just fights it off, hits the ball in the left field gap, and this is going to score Ortiz too. 2 RBIs, that's 3 RBIs for Carp on the night. That's the big hit of the night, and he knows it.
So the Red Sox take a 5-1 lead. Johnny Gomes running for Carp at first base. And Jared Saltalamacchia, the batter, as he takes a pitch for ball 1 outside. Blue Jays in the shift on the right side with Saltalamacchia up. It's already been a 2-hit night, single and a double. He has driven in a run. That's outside, 3-0. The Cleveland Indians tonight have a 2-1 lead over the Houston Astros, but it is raining at Progressive Field in Cleveland, so that game is in the midst of a delay. Tampa Bay with a 3-2 lead over Baltimore in the 7th inning tonight. Red Sox with a chance to clinch the American League East with his 5-1 lead now at Fenway Park here in the 7th. Saltalamacchia takes strike 1 right down Broadway. Will Middlebrooks waits on deck. Salty is the 7th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the 7th inning. And a swing and a miss, full count. 96 that time on the fastball. Gomes fouls it off to the left, or rather Saltalamacchia falls it off to the left as Gomes was off with a pitch, with 3-2 the count. He'll be off again. Right now, Ace Ticket is your 2013 Red Sox playoff tickets. Ace Ticket also has your seats to all New England Patriots, Bruins, and Celtics regular season games. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS right now. And a foul for Saltalamacchia. More velocity from Jeffress, who threw that at 97 miles per hour.
We've seen gas this whole inning. I haven't seen a wrinkle the whole inning. And you're not going to see one here.
Saltalamacchia strikes out and the inning is over, but for Boston, a 3-run inning that puts Boston on top 5-1. Powered by Eastern Bank. Whether you're home or away, Eastern Bank puts you first with mobile banking. Pay bills, check balances, transfer money, even deposit checks, all from your phone. Eastern Bank, here, you're first. Well, the Red Sox, with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, take a 5-1 lead here at Fenway Park. Johnny Gomes stays in the game after pinch running for Mike Carp. And he is in left field as this call to the bullpen is brought to you on NESN by New England Ford dealers. Shinichi Tozawa into the game for Boston after 7 innings tonight from Jon Lester, who gave up just the 1 run. As Tozawa appears in his 69th game of the year, 5-3 with a 2.70 earned run average, 70 strikeouts to 12 walks. Opponent sitting at 253 against Tozawa. So for Lester, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. He walked 2 and struck out 8.
Well, he was tough all night long. Wouldn't give in. A lot of pitches. Worked hard tonight.
In line for his 15th win of the year if all goes right here. As Rajai Davis takes strike 1. Davis struck out in the first inning, popped out to second base in the 3rd, and singled, stole a couple bases, ended up scoring the only run the Blue Jays have put together tonight. And an RBI single by Brett Lawrie. Fouled off to the right, and it's 0-2.
See, he's just a little choked up right there, just trying to slap it. Tozawa's glad they scored 3 runs. Better coming in 5-1 than 2-1.
Line towards left center field, and this is going to get down. A gapper to the track in the wall for Davis. He can fly. He's headed to second base without a problem. He'll stop there. And it's a leadoff double for Rajai Davis, his 2nd hit of the night. And send it down to Jenny.
Well, Don, the Red Sox looking to clinch the AL East here tonight as we remind our fans to vote in our AT&T text poll. Question of the night, 536-536. We're asking them what they think has been the biggest difference maker from last year to this year. And right now, as we take a look, people are saying it's John Farrell and the new coaching staff. Keep those votes coming in through this game, through our post-game coverage, and final results will be on NESN Sports today, Don.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. They have done a fantastic job, and the coaching staff has been terrific. You listen to all the players, and they will tell you first and foremost look at the job John Farrell and his coaching staff has done this season. Leadoff double by Rajai Davis. Here is Brent Lawrie to bat. He drove in the only Jays run back in the 5th inning as he takes strike one. Now, the Blue Jays have had Tazawa's number this season at 7 2/3 innings. He's given up 7 runs and 5 home runs to the Blue Jays.
That's hard to do. That's hard to give up 5 home runs against the whole league when you pitch 60 innings or whatever, but one team.
Had a tough time with Toronto. Time called very late.
Very late.
Which was on its way.
You can get hurt. It's that late. You know, right in between, and you just stop. You can't stop. You're too far gone. He's gone.
Well, Lawrie chops it foul down the third baseline, and he is down 0-2. Well, Bob's Discount Furniture is going to bat for the Jimmy Fund once again. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved this season for quality, choice, and value. Nobody beats Bob. Visit mybobs.com to learn more.
You know, Tazawa will wait till the last second to throw the ball. I mean, it's like right in between. Right when you think somebody's going to call timeout, he'll throw it.
In the dirt, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, he never just comes set and throws. There's always a pause in there. You just don't know how long it's going to be. It's like he waits to hit her out to the last second. Then I'll throw it.
There's a ground ball by the mound, right side to Pedroia. Fires to first for out number 1. Davis takes third base on the ground out for the first out here of the 8th. Now pinch hitter coming up here for the Blue Jays, Adam Lind will bat for Kevin Pillar. Lind coming off the bench here in the 8th. .284 season, 22 home runs this year for Lind with 61 runs driven in.
Well, he's had a nice year for them this year. There was a time when he got sent back to the minor leagues. He had a couple of good years in the big leagues, and then he just couldn't find it.
He was taken off the 40-man roster at one point for the Jays.
And I always thought he could hit. Dead fastball hitter.
Outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Elevates the fastball at 93.
Lynn swinging for the downs on this. This 2-run home run's not going to help. He just needs a base hit.
Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pitch Zone. 1 out in the 8th inning. Rajai Davis 90 feet away at third base. Red Sox enjoy a 4-run lead as they bat do the Blue Jays in the top of the 8th. Leadoff double by Davis, now stands at third with 1 out. And that's outside.
Well, we've seen a lot of fastballs the last couple innings. Everybody's just throwing gas.
Well, Lynn fouls it back, and it evens at 2-2. Covidien, delivering innovative healthcare products across the globe, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation. Tazawa last worked on Wednesday night in the 8th inning. Yet Danny Valencia to line out to end the 8th inning against Baltimore through a scoreless 9th with 1 strikeout. It's his 9th straight scoreless appearance at Fenway Park. They gave up a leadoff double. Davis now at third. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And it's ball 3, full count.
Finally a split finger, something different.
Matt Thornton joined by Koji Uehara in the Boston pen.
See where Baltimore went ahead of Tampa 4-3.
Lynn hits a fly ball to left. Well, this should get back, and that ball I think is gone. A 2-run home run for Lynn, as one umpire said that it stayed in. Another is calling it a home run, and it is a home run. Hits up on top on that shelving area up top there and comes back, but it is a 2-run shot for Lynn. Pinch hit at that, and it's now 5-3. Red Sox have the lead.
Well, he saw enough fastballs that at bat. He got a ball up. He saw a couple of balls up in that at bat, but he doesn't try to pull, just smokes this ball the other way. He's looking at it like he knows he got that. I don't know if he knows it's going to be out of the ballpark because it barely got out, hit the top of the fence.
I think we were talking about it earlier. That's now 6 of the 9 home runs Tazawa's given up to the Blue Jays.
That's incredible.
Now Sierra, the batter, and he'll swing and miss for strike 1.
I mean, that is downright insane. I mean, 6 home runs.
Good news is you won't have to deal with the Blue Jays in the postseason.
Exactly.
He went, said home plate umpire Larry Vanover is not even going to check. He says strike 2 himself.
It's just a good thing that they had a 4-run lead. You see, I thought he checked. The umpire makes the call himself.
In the dirt, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Skips in. Blue Jays have more action in their pen. The veteran lefty Darren Oliver. One, 2 now from Tazawa. And it's outside, 2-2.
Not real sharp tonight, Tazawa.
Set a single season career high this year in games. Appearing tonight in his 69th of the year. Previous high had been 37 games. 2-2. Fly ball foul down the right field line, out of play. Jon Lester tonight going the first 7 innings. He departs after giving up 1 run. Zawa trying to get through the 8th, has 1 out, but he gives up a 2-run home run to Adam Lind to make this a 2-run game. Now it is 5-3. Red Sox on top. And Sierra, a patient at bat, now has a full count.
He's all over the place. He can't find his splitter, just shoving it in the ground. You got DeRosa on deck. He's going to hit. You see Thornton up there ready to go if they happen to pinch hit for DeRosa, but they will not.
"3-2 is through the left side into left field, a base hit, and Sierra with a 1-out single. It's time for a game break in Tom Caron. TC. You don't miss a game. Download the Bruins schedule directly into your desktop, web, or mobile calendar. Program at NESN.com/schedule. 1 out here in the 8th, so Koji Uehara in for a 5-out save situation. He has 3 4-out saves, but no 5-out saves. Makes his 70th appearance of the year, 4-1 with a 1.16 earned run average. He is 19 out of 22 in that category. 96 strikeouts to 9 walks, and opponents hitting at just 127 against Uehara. He comes in after Tazawa was ineffective tonight, got 1 out. Faced 4 batters, gave up a double, a home run, and a single. Did get a ground out by Brett Laurie. Now Mark DeRosa bats, representing the tying run. And he takes ball 1.
Well, you might as well go with Uehara. He's the guy that you want on the mound to close this thing out. He just got to close it with 5 outs. Tazawa did not have it tonight at all.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Back to that splitter.
That's his money pitch, that splitter. Going down. Another ugly swing.
Uehara threw a scoreless 10th inning on Wednesday against Baltimore. Had a strikeout. Saw his club record of consecutive batters 37 come to an end on Tuesday night. Danny Valencia tripled off him. And his career best 30 and a third inning scoreless streak come to an end. And a sac fly by Wieters right after that. There's a fly ball out to center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. will run it down. Quickly into left center was Bradley Jr. to make that catch for the second out. Covered a lot of ground, and DeRosa's out number 2.
He had DeRosa out front on this. He didn't really have any oomph behind this. He's reaching for it. And Bradley Jr. runs it down easily.
So 2 outs here at first base. Anthony Gose, the batter. He is 0 for 3. First to check at first, and Sierra back to the bag. There's a grounder left side. Charging is Drew. On the run. Gose is fast, and he will beat that out. Able to beat it, and up to second base goes Sierra on the infield hit by Gose, his first hit of the night.
And this is not much of a hit at all. It just hit it in the right place. That pounded that ball into the ground, and Drew's playing deep shortstop. He has no chance the way that he runs. Gose, this is just a unlucky ground ball base hit for Uehara.
Two on, 2 down, and JP Arancibia, the batter, is 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out. And all that, of course, was against Jon Lester. 1 for 4 in his career against Uehara. As he takes strike 1. Fouled off at the plate, 0-2.
He didn't need to catch that, but he ended up catching that. Salty. Watch him here, end up catching this little foul tip. Stays up. Good backhand. How about
Nicely
that?
done.
Nicely done.
Fans to their feet here. Uehara ahead 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Blue Jays get 2 runs in the inning. They get a little closer. It's 5-3 Boston. Southwest Airlines, Kia of New England, the Reebok Spartan Race, run at Fenway Park, November the 16th. Subaru, and by Sullivan Tire and Auto Centers. Back at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox hold a 5-3 lead over the Blue Jays. Toronto getting 2 back in the top of the 8th. Will Middlebrooks leading it off here for Boston in the bottom of the 8th, and he takes strike 1. Defensively, some changes for the Jays. Mark DeRosa moving from first base to left field. Adam Lind, who pinch hit, is now at first base. New pitcher for the Blue Jays, Darren Oliver, veteran left-hander, his 49th appearance of the year, 3-4 with a 3.83 earned run average, 37 strikeouts to 15 walks, and opponent sitting at 257 against him. This is fair down the third base line, kicks off the boxes, and DeRosa gets it back in quickly. It's a leadoff single for Will Middlebrooks here in the 8th.
See Tony Randazzo down there, the umpire down the third base line. Looks like he's going to get confused which way to point, but he points the right way. It is a fair ball. Bounces off the boxes down there and holds him to a single. You can see how you can get turned around when the ball's right at you as an umpire.
He's going to spin around and make that call, and he did. Stephen Drew now bats with a runner at first and nobody out. He'll take ball 1 away. Another lefty here for Drew to face. Faced Aaron Loop, who was able to get him out in the 6th inning, his last time up on a grounder back to the mound. Outside for ball 2.
Got 6 walks, 11 hits, 17 base runners tonight. 5 runs.
Chop foul outside of first, down toward the photographer's well and into it.
Boy, Oliver doesn't throw very hard. We've been watching all these guys, these kids coming in throwing 95, 96. Boy, he's in his 40s right now, and he's getting it up there about 87. Wouldn't be surprised if this is his last year.
Two-1 is popped up, foul ground. Brett Laurie will go over as far as he can and make the play. By his own dugout, fires it back in, but that's the first out here of the 8th. Well, don't forget, NESN's post-game coverage of the Sox begins right after the game with WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. TC and Jim will break down the highlights, and Jenny will bring you reaction from the clubhouse. WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. 1 on, 1 out. Jackie Bradley Jr. 2 for 3 in the game. Singled in the 4th, singled in the 7th. As he takes strike 1.
Couple hits 2 nights in a row for Bradley.
Getting a chance to play on a little more regular of a basis and getting a little more comfortable, it seems, as time goes on.
Put the hit and run on earlier. He got a base hit, a little ground ball through the shortstop hole.
And the check on Middlebrooks at first base. Now 4-4. Tampa Bay has tied that game up. Swing and a miss. Badly off balance that time was Bradley. 1-2. Looking ahead to the top of the ninth, 9-1-2 scheduled for the Blue Jays. Ryan Goins, Jose Reyes, and Rajai Davis expected. Everybody gets on. It'll be Brett Laurie. Red Sox looking for 5 outs tonight from Koji Uehara. Has the first 2 recorded. Outside for ball 2, 2-2.
The tough part for Uehara is sitting down after all that adrenaline rush, and you got to get it back again. Hasn't happened to him that much. If you think about it, over the course of the last couple months, only having to go 1 inning.
And Bradley strikes out for the 2nd out of the 8th inning. That's the first strikeout for Oliver. Just kind of froze Jackie Bradley Jr.
There's a fastball right down Broadway, and he takes it. The breaking ball is on his brain.
Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pit Zone. 2 outs. Middlebrooks began this inning with a single, still standing at first base. And the top of the order, Dustin Pedroia, getting his 5th at bat of the night. He is 2 for 4 as he takes strike 1.
It's like a get me over fastball. There it is. Nothing on it. Strike 1.
Outside 1-1. Swing and a miss. Off balance was Pedroia again. 1-2. And talk about veteran lefties who can last a long time. There is a need for them, and Oliver has been able to do that over the years.
It's amazing, to see what he features, and he gets guys out. He knows how to pitch.
One time, very briefly, a member of the Boston Red Sox. And they'll check on Middlebrooks back to the bag at first. There goes Middlebrooks on the 1-2, and it clanks off the glove of Aaron Sebia, and Middlebrooks steals second base.
Aaron Sebia, the ball is right there. He closes his glove too quickly, clanks off. You got to throw Middlebrooks out on that. Not having a real good night. 3 punch outs and a couple clanks.
Now Pedroia fouls it off, stays alive, still 2-2. On the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit. Middlebrooks being waved around. Ghost is up and throwing, and the throw will be late. Red Sox take a 6-3 lead. Up to second base goes Dustin Pedroia, and Boston on top by 3.
Another big hit by Pedroia. That 3rd run is big. The more the merrier, the runs. Last time up, he hit a ground ball through the right side, and this time just doesn't try to do too much. Just ground ball back up the middle. It's going to score Middlebrooks. You see, the throw goes all the way through, and Pedroia goes to second. You got to hit the cutoff man there. Pedroia is an average over 300 right now, but you got to add on so they can clinch this thing.
Nava with 2 hits in the game tonight with a swing and a miss for strike 1. He doubled back in the 3rd inning and scored, then singled in the 7th inning and scored. A 2-for-4 night for the Red Sox right fielder.
It's amazing how the Red Sox with the stolen base thing. Here, see, Middlebrooks gets a stolen base. Everybody gets a stolen base. They can't be thrown out. It's really kind of freaky.
He passed it around pretty good. A 1 pitch is going to miss. 1-1. Looked like a pretty good pitch for Aaron Sebia to work with, too, as far as throwing out Middlebrooks. But one off the glove, Middlebrooks gets into scoring position, and Red Sox take advantage and grab another run. That's the way it has been this season defensively for the Blue Jays. They've had a very difficult year in that category. Nava will take it down and in.
His changeup's not that much different than his fastball. 86-83.
Nava takes the strike. 2-2.
This has been like a Yankee game, like a hard-fought Yankee game. A lot of pitches thrown from both sides.
Oliver ready with the 2-2. And it's popped up right side of the infield for the Blue Jays. Lynn gives way to Goins, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. Now the Red Sox and Koji Uehara 3 outs away from clinching the division. $167 with Hess and Hess Express donating $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital. For every Sox home run, donation now stands at $83,500. Our thanks to Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. And Chairman Tom Werner, principal owner John Henry, looking on as the first pitch of the 9th inning will miss outside for ball 1. Ryan Goins, a number 9 man for the Blue Jays, leading it off here for Toronto. The 1-0. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Shane Victorino is checked in center field for Jackie Bradley Jr.
Want to get him on the field to feel this celebration.
Certainly a big part of this addition of the Boston Red Sox. Pitch will miss a little bit high, and it's 2-1. Now, how hard is this, Dennis, to sit down for a while for Koji Ihara and then come back and try to find that adrenaline again?
Well, it's a lot easier when you got 3 runs. I mean, you got a 1-run lead. A little different.
Ground ball to Drew. It's short. Backhands. 1 down.
We got the right guy on the mound, though, to do it. Sort of to top this division off. He had so much to do with it. You were hard the last 3 months, really.
1 down. Jose Reyes has had an 0 for 4 night from the top spot in the Blue Jays order. Pops it up. Middlebrooks will head for foul ground, as will Drew, and it is not going to be caught. And the 2 of the slight collision. Drew went low into his slide, and Middlebrooks stayed high.
Middlebrooks was drifting is what he was doing, and he didn't think he had a shot at it. And as it turns out, this ball's in play, and you see Drew go into a dive. He almost hurts himself, but he almost made a spectacular catch.
Another chance for Reyes. And that'll miss away. 1-1. Long, hard-fought game tonight at Fenway Park. Now a liner down the right field line, foul.
Boy, the Blue Jays been battling all night. He's not real sharp tonight either. The splitter's been so-so.
You saw kind of a tough night for Tazawa. Well, liner down the left field line, and this is going to be a fair ball. Headed towards the corner. Gomes goes to dig it out. He will hold Reyes to a single down the left field line. First hit of the night for Reyes.
Thank goodness for this 3-run lead, because if it was a 1-run lead, this guy could fly at first. He gets a fastball away and he just dots the left field line. I think it's going to be a double once it's fair, but Gomes gets to it pretty quickly, playing him the other way, and he gets it in. Not that it matters.
So 1 out, Reyes at first base. Rajai Davis swings and fouls it off Saltalamacchia for strike 1. A 2-hit night tonight for Davis. A single and a double. He's also stolen 2 bases. Outside for ball 1.
Let's see if he comes up with a couple of good split fingers, because he really hasn't thrown but maybe one good one so far this inning.
And this will be the 20th pitch of his outing. Davis fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Back to the fastball again. No success for Rajai Davis in the past against Uehara. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts.
When's the last time Uehara threw 20 pitches? See if he throws a good one.
Davis hits a fly ball to center field. Victorino trots back. 2 down. With 2 outs here in the top half of the 9th inning, Fenway Park will stand as one as Brett Lawrie comes up here for the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox are now away.
Boy, what a difference a year makes, huh? They got to get into it.
Lawrie takes ball 1. He is 1 for 4 tonight, singled back in the 5th inning. And they've asked Uehara for a 5-out save tonight. He's got 4 of the 5 outs so far. In there for strike 1.
You can afford to make a pitch like that when you got a 3-run lead.
Runner goes as the pitch will miss. Defensive indifference allows Reyes to take second base as they were not holding him on. David Ortiz got the goggles on. He is ready to celebrate. A veteran of celebrations. And the 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike 2. The Jays are down to their last strike.
You try to bury this split finger in the dirt. Get out of here.
Hey, struck him out. Red Sox win from worst to first in 2013. The AL East belongs to the Boston Red Sox. Sox have gotten it done tonight, and Harvey Windows would like to congratulate the 2013 Red Sox for reaching the playoffs and clinching the AL East. Harvey Windows. Need a contractor? Visit the Harvey Pro Zone at harveybp.com. Now, like as you mentioned, all kinds of just relief here after what has been an incredible, magical season for the Boston Red Sox. And tonight to have clinched the American League East after such a trying season a year ago is pretty special.
Yeah, it really is. And they knew it was coming for a long, long time. And it's just the way they did it. They were just so consistent. They never went in a funk. They started this year off 20-8, didn't they? And then they finished it off. They played as good as anybody like the last month leading up to this, to get this huge lead like that. But you know, it's like you're like a little kid. You really don't know how to act. It's like joy. I mean, you know, you grind, and now you get to let it go. And you'll see a lot of guys, a lot of emotions come out of guys when you work this hard at something. You know, there's so much pride that you take, and as obviously you see all the beards. We talk about, you know, how close this club is, but you get that much closer when you celebrate going forward. this is a bond that you'll never forget. You want to take it all the way, though, because the beginning gets forgotten. If you don't take it further, this is kind of forgotten. And but it's still a wonderful moment after all that happened last year for this club to turn it around so quickly. John Farrell being the main guy steering this ship. Everybody, you go right down the list. It's been an incredible year.
Handing out the goggles.